Down the Vent, and I clicked the wrong thing here. Hello, and welcome to Down the Vent. There we go.
It's Joe.
I'm Joe.
Screwing up as always.
I'm Matt. I'm Steve.
And I'm Josh.
I made a new overlay, and I clicked the wrong ones, but we have this beautiful new Pandemic Legacy Season 2 overlay because, guess what? We're playing Pandemic Legacy Season 2.
Yoop, 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 yoop.
Watch out for spoilers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where's the spoiler button?
Spoilery.
Yeah, this will be spoilery.
You should
We're going to learn
install
it and do the whole 9 yards.
Streamlabs app on your phone, and you can just press a button, and you can do start record, stop record. You can hop from scene to scene.
Really?
Yeah. Great discussion.
All right.
So anyways.
Yes, please. This is Steve's game. He knows the rules. He's going to get us kicked off here with the story. We've literally no idea. Josh and I have never seen this game before.
And
I walked by it at Gen Con. Years ago.
And I read the rules, but I've not done more. And Matt, you did a little tiny bit, but just a little bit. So you'll help keep me on track as I as I screw things up. One thing I will say is that we have had this a while. We've been, I think we've all kind of in the background been looking forward to doing this, but we've just had so many other things. So
because we all did season 1 together,
and assuming things go the way we've talked about and planned, we'll be doing these at least once a month. We'll be hitting on this game in part of a rotation.
We actually got the highest rating in season 1, didn't we?
Yes.
I don't know.
No, didn't we get just below the highest? I think we were literally 20 or 30 points below the highest. But we were super
We did pretty
close.
good in season 1.
Yeah, we were really, in season 1 we did really good. All right.
good.
So.
Yeah, the outcome is the same for season 2.
Yeah. Horrendously bad, as you're about to hear. All right. So. The world almost ended 71 years ago. The plague came out of nowhere and ravaged the world. Fever, cough, sores, and death. Once infected, most died within a week. Nothing could stop it. The world did its best. It wasn't good enough. The last fragments of our people have desperately kept the world from collapsing completely. For 3 generations, we have lived on the seas, on floating stations they called havens. Far from the plague, we are able to provide supplies to the mainland, antibiotics, food, medicine, and tools, to keep them, and us, from succumbing completely. We keep a network of the largest known cities in the world alive. Things have been tough the past few years. Cities far away from the havens have fallen off our grid. We don't know what's happened to them. We don't know why the supplies aren't reaching them. We have only a few cities left on our grid. We are failing. The supplies aren't keeping the plague away like they used to. What's more, they're running out. Our leadership tried to hide this fact from us, but we all knew. Last week, the leaders and thinkers of the havens gathered together as they do every year to discuss the state of the havens and the state of the world. They did not return. What's worse is that our main security team was with them. Without soldiers, the Hollow Men, roving bands of savages bent on our elimination, will expand their attacks, tearing down what we build and stealing what we offer. Those of us left met on the havens to discuss what to do next. After hours of debate, we realized that all eyes had turned to a select few to lead. Us. Not because we are able to lead, obviously, but because we are willing. We are starting this journal to record our attempts to keep the world from ending. We know we can't save all the cities, but we will do what we can to save most of them. If we fail, we hope that someone, somewhere, finds these notes to know that we may not have succeeded, but that we tried. So that's a start. Things are very grim. Regardless of how well we seem to do, obviously, like any good movie, 27 seconds after it ended, everything went to shit, and we don't even know how that happened.
71 years after.
No. It took 71 years to get us to this point. But 20 seconds later, I mean, we did pretty well. I mean, the world was pretty well in place.
It was.
But apparently there's only this little chunk left. All right. So, journal entry, priorities, find our leaders, find more supplies. Attach the document we found dated last year. It's grim. Our supplies won't last the year. Perhaps North America will give us clues. It's where the plague started. The Hollow Men are raiding surviving coastal cities, and it's only a matter of time before they move inland. We need to recon before they do. Hope the people we meet know that we are there to help. Old prejudices last long. Keep journal entries like this in the reserve in case you want to reference them in the future. So the reserve will be there. Keep drawing. Okay. Be sure to read both sides of each card as you make your way through the Legacy deck. So,
Roger.
from the archives, October 15th, year 70. Degradation of supplies and routes has reached critical level. We are no longer effective. Supply lines to the interior have been abandoned. Cities will fall within a year, and when they do, we will fall. Next year's stockpile projections are fatalistic. Haven leadership has voted to initiate the protocol we hoped would never come.
Josh Protocol.
Protocol Cat AIDS.
Protocol cheeseburger.
Everyone has a...
Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
From this point on in the Legacy deck, draw cards reading both sides until you hit a pause or stop card. Read pause or stop cards to find out when to start drawing again. If you do not see one, keep drawing. All right. New priorities. Our objectives follow. This month we have 2 mandatory objectives. Mandatory objectives must be completed in order to succeed in a thing. There may be some objectives that are not mandatory that may or may not need to be done, and those could potentially be carried over between rounds or might not be. Months, that is. Remember, you can always check to see how many objectives you need to complete for a given month by checking the objective calendar on the board. So the objective calendar shows here. So we're actually going to be in January here, which means there's 2. So we have 2 mandatory ones. That's what the 2 stars mean. The number below it is how much our stockpile is. One thing that's important to note is that at the end of the game, if we end up with, like, let's say later in the rounds, we have 36 to maximum stockpile. If later in the rounds we have like 25 as we go into this round, it's still 21 is our maximum. Like, any excess is not kept in based on what I understand. Unless, of course, a rule changes that. Of course, anything could happen between now and then. But that's the rule as I understand it. So, mandatory objective, build 3 new supply centers, which will be these guys there.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
And so supply centers allow you to supply areas to actually, it's part of the way you actually supply stuff. Yep. And get a thing on there. Next one, Recon North America. Add this card to your objectives pool. If you complete it, but lose the first game in January, it counts as complete during your second game in January. So that's kind of cool. So Recon is one of the new actions, and it's part of how you actually can open up new areas of the map and add new places to what you've got going on. Right. And again, these nice double cards give you a nice list of what can be done, on your turns and that type of thing.
It's pretty straightforward. So this is like 3 blue of the same, 4 yellow of the same, 4 blue that are different.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, right. And you'd be collecting cards and then turning them in. So it's similar to like getting
You also have to
finding
have
a
a supply
cure.
center there.
Right. Any place where you could do the recon must have a supply center on it. All of that, unless it says otherwise.
Right.
But yeah,
stay on the board too. So okay.
right, and it's similar to finding a cure for a disease or whatever in the first game. You're turning X number of cards and then making that happen. Turning point. This is the first turning point card. After reading it, place it into the game end area. Turning point 1, Forsaken Cities. If there is at least one city with 0 population, open A12 and destroy this card.
Oh no.
Okay.
So the population on this one is the smaller square next to the city.
Right.
Ah.
So and that's essentially, we'll end up taking, we'll have things out there, and then there'll be parts where we can move our stockpile out to actually stock cities and do some stuff like that later once we get going a little bit further. Pause, draw this card, and read the other side during step 2 at the end of your first game in January. So
And I'm assuming these are in millions. There's not just 3 people, right?
It's 3.
Just 3 people.
No, I don't know.
Just 3 people.
I don't. It may not even be millions.
I think
It could be
it's
thousands.
Maybe tens of
It's
thousands.
hundreds
Yeah.
of thousands. I can't
Okay.
remember.
Yeah.
All right.
Something like that. It's definitely not big numbers.
Just trying to get
I know
a
that
feel
much.
for where I'm at here in the world.
Hold on 1 second. That there, and I think that there.
So it looks like we're picking up.
Yeah, so the main difference is instead in Pandemic, right, there's disease cubes that get put on the board. In this one, it's a little opposite. The cards get drawn, and then the supplies get taken away from the cities. So our point is to make more supplies and then put them on cities that need the supplies.
If a city gets reduced to 0 supplies, then they'll get plague cubes. If any city that has the plague cube end up getting to 3 plague cubes and will go to 4, then there's the outbreak stuff. And then there's incidents can cause you to go up and out. And there's a couple other things, which I'll go over.
There's not many plague cubes. There's 8.
There's not at this point, but
Yeah.
Lord knows when more could come out. And the thing is really, what you don't want to do is actually get to the point where you got plague cubes, because there'll be points later in the rounds where, again, based on the way it sounds, like we could end up with less people in there if we end the whole month with
more
fewer
population
cubes.
is better.
Yeah, you want population because you want to build
Right.
up like a stockpile of whatever you can to keep it from getting lower. All right. So that was reading the legacy deck. Supply the grid. Put all supply cubes in the stockpile onto the locations grid. You can place any number of supply cubes, including 0, in each location.
I think you can put 3 on each to start.
Right. As the grid grows, there might be enough supplies in the stockpile to fill all locations. Players will have to decide which locations are in short supply. Yeah. So yeah, So you can put them out however you want to. I was gonna say, if we can put 3 on everything, that's fine. If not, then that's. But
Istanbul was once Constantinople.
that's the
What
truth.
about the middle ones?
The harbors, I don't think get hit, do they? I don't remember.
They're not named cities, I guess, so how could they get hit? Oh, that's the water.
Yeah, I think we. Yeah.
It's a lot
I
of-
thought, I see now.
And actually, I think we named these.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we're gonna name these, and I think we're gonna put stuff there too.
But
I'm
they're not
sure.
bad to put on here, because then you can grab
Yeah,
them and
this
put other places.
this shows that we should have them on there as well.
Yep, that
in
way
some
there's 3 at every
Because
location then.
these are central, and they're easier to grab.
Right.
Because like you can move, but to sail you actually have to discard a card, like you see.
You can drive.
It says here that you can place any number on each location. It's not that you're done with 3. You can
Yeah.
put as many as you want on any location.
Right. It's
So
just
we
we
could
we have enough to.
Right. But my point is we could have gone well, you know what, and spread them
Yeah.
out and change them. I just
So
want
I
that to
played-
be clear.
Until I played the game, I don't know. 3 seems all even.
No. I just wanted it to be clear since we're kind of teaching, what's going on. All right. So infect the grid. Okay. So shuffle the
The way the deck gets, we don't know which cities are going to be hit
infection
first.
cards.
But since that keeps going back on
And
top like a normal
flip
pandemic,
over
we know
9.
which cities to try and protect more.
Of them. Yep.
Right.
Yeah. 3, 3, and 3. That's the same as normal.
All right.
Right? Move one supply cube from the city, matching each flip card back to the stockpile. So it's only 1 for each
okay.
one, no matter what.
Big difference though. I believe there's multiples of each city. It's not
Okay.
like in.
Well, it looks like, because there's
Yeah.
1, 2,
Put
3,
other decks in there or anything?
4,
or-
5, 6,
Not
7,
in this.
8.
That goes into the
There's
players.
only 8.
So flip over 9.
When
and
you
we'll take-
recon, you add more cities.
9. Sao Paulo. Lagos. London.
Is that it?
No, that's
One's up top. Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo again.
I don't know what I'm up to for. Lagos.
Lagos again. Tripoli.
New York.
New York, New York.
Washington.
Washington. And
Tripoli again.
Tripoli again.
If I was a guessing person, I would say that there's probably about 3 of each one, so that way you wouldn't quite be able to get rid of everything. But I might be wrong on that.
Yep, I would.
This is my blue,
agree
yellow,
with
and
you
black.
there, sir.
Okay, so
What's EBCD, Matt?
4 black that are different.
if it's stars, it could be
Maybe.
anything.
Got it.
Yeah, they can be the same or different.
Will you, since we need to pick from those, will you read those out so that they
Sure.
know while I do some shuffling?
The first option is rationed event. Move 1 or 2 copies of a specific city in the infection discard pile to the game end area.
Oh, we're gonna end up getting all 4, but maybe it was one, but that's fine. So okay.
You may play this card between step 2 and step 3 of an epidemic.
Cool.
1 quiet night. Skip the next infect city step. We know that one.
Yep.
Rationed event, airlift. Move 1 pawn to any location. Get permission before moving another's pawn. Play any time, not in action. Rationed event, Team Bravo. Take up to 2 supply cubes from the stockpile and put them onto any locations. Location or locations.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm just gonna shuffle them randomly.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
that's
boy.
what you're supposed to do.
Do you
Have these in randomly.
Do you want to give the character cards and we can sticker those bad boys while you're doing setup?
No.
Let's see. So,
At least the
yeah,
like
yeah,
their
no,
face.
I know. Just trying to find. So each player selects a character and player
Josh
color
is first,
and takes
'cause
the
he's gonna crowd
corresponding
otherwise.
pawn and reference cards.
We don't want
Place
twos.
each pawn at their home. If there aren't enough characters for all players, some players must play a Haven Worker, but we're okay at this point. So.
I would recommend that we balance around the jobs so that we can effectively play this game.
Do we choose jobs also
Characters.
afterwards?
Yeah, just do your person and name them for the second.
Assuming I put them on the photo spot.
Yeah, so yeah, you're going to put it on the photo spot, and you're also going to choose a job and place the sticker onto the job box on your character card.
It's a tough decision.
Well, it's not. You're going to choose a girl.
Why?
Because that's what you always do.
And then name
There's
a
a lot
character
of girls.
and give them an
There's more
age.
girls than guys, I think, to choose from. I guess you can't really tell with these ones.
Oh, I know which girl I would choose.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
We all know how Matt chooses girls.
Pick this guy.
Okay, so each one of you guys pick one of these these cities here and name one.
Oh man, my handwriting's bad.
If you want somebody else to do it, that's fine. Just
Joe's your handwriting good?
It
Seems
can
to
be.
Can you write the 1,000 Sunny?
The what?
The 1,000 Sunny.
The 1,000 Sunny. Sure.
Oh my god, there's no way that's gonna fit, Joe.
I was gonna put 1,000. And then drop a picture of the sun.
I hate you so much.
The 1,000 Sunny.
Sure.
That's what you wanted. Josh, which one do you want to name?
I'll let you name one.
yeah, you are.
I know. I'm letting Joe choose first.
I'm gonna read the jobs aloud while you're doing that. Does that work?
Sure.
The jobs are Instructor, which allows you to, once on your turn, as an action, give any one player card to a player in your location.
Dump Island, Joe.
Dump Island.
So it allows you to trade.
Can you write mine?
Sure.
Waterworld.
Waterworld.
Farmer, once on your turn, when doing the
I
make
wasn't listening. What
supplies...
was the last one?
You're gonna have to watch the stream. Once on your turn, when doing the make supplies action, you may immediately do the deliver supplies action for free. So, as an action, you can make a supply, right? And then it's a separate action to deliver. If you have farmer, it means I can make a supply and then I can deliver it to that location on the same turn.
How many actions do you get on your turn?
I believe it's 3, just like in the first one.
4.
4?
Yep. Do 4 actions.
4. Administrator, once on your turn, as an action, move a pawn to any other pawn. That one's really good. Laborer.
Spoilers.
I mean, it's like the flight one in the first one.
Yeah.
You may do the build supply action with 1 fewer card if you spend 2 supply cubes from your character card. Radio operator. Whenever you do the transfer supplies free action, you may give or take supply cubes from a player in any location.
Give or take or just take?
Whenever you do the transfer supplies free action, you may give or take supply cubes from a player in any location.
Right. You can normally give or take anyways, but that's any location.
So the normal actions in this game is drive ferry, move to an adjacent location connected by a line, just like a normal.
You write an age down, Joe?
Sail. Discard a
you're
card
supposed
to
to
move the
name
city named on the
the
card,
home
provided
city.
you can see a
yep,
sea
and
route
which
to
home
it.
city of those 3?
Charter boat. Discard
Oh,
the
the
card
ones
that
that we
matches
named?
your
Yep.
current city to move to any
It's got to be the
location,
ones that you guys made.
provided you can trace a sea route to it. Share knowledge. Either give a card that matches the city you're in to another player, or take that card from another player. Both you must be in the city matching the card. Build supply center. Discard 5 cards matching the city's color to build a supply center there. Recon, which we kind of covered. It's discarding these cards with a supply center there to discover new areas. Make supplies, which is you take a supply from the stockpile and you put it onto your character card. Deliver supplies is you take a supply from your character card and put it on the location that you're at. Free actions is to pick up supplies. You can take any number of supply cubes from the location and put them on your character card. You can do that while you're moving too. So if I move from here to here and I want to pick up 2 of these cubes, I can do that as a free action. That's fine. The last is transfer supplies. Give supply cubes to another player in your location or take supply cubes from that player with permission. So if I go by here and Josh and I want to trade, I can do that for free. So that's the advantage of the radio operators. He can do it with anyone. He doesn't have to be by them. So it's up to you guys. I personally would like to take Farmer because I like that one.
You hate Farmer, though.
My,
It's his-
my
That's
character. Are we introducing our characters or no? Because Steve doesn't have his radio.
You're welcome to introduce mine. You're just going to take a second for me to get done.
Okay, so let's go over the 3 cities we have. We have the Thousand Sunny. I don't know what that is. We have Waterworld. I know what that is. And we have Dump Island.
What is that?
It's a dump. That's an island. Why is it named that? Because it's off the coast of New York, and that's where they dumped all their garbage. But now, it's a major stopping point in between.
It's a barge. It's a trash barge that we've used.
Yeah,
as a
literally,
That's
it's been
right,
turned
yeah.
into an island. It stopped moving because it overflowed with dump.
With dumpage?
The Thousand
Trash.
Sunny is the ship from One Piece.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I gotcha.
Can you not trade cards?
You
Yeah,
can
you
definitely
can,
trade cards. Yep, it's share knowledge.
Yeah, share knowledge.
Share knowledge.
And it's like the other, you have to be in the city that it would be in, or you need to be in the...
You both have to be in that same
Yeah.
city.
Unless you're the instructor.
Put that on the player deck spot.
So hailing from Dump City at the age of 65, retired from his career in the WWF, we have Marty Jannetty, one half of the Rockers.
Marty Jannetty. Nice. Dude, that's so old school, dude. It's not as old school as some stuff, but it's old enough.
I should have looked up how old he actually is. I just guessed on the age. I'm
227. I
guessing
think.
he's near 65, though.
He's certainly in his 50s.
I should have named this a One Piece character. That was dumb.
Just scribble it out. Nobody ever knows.
That's too late.
59. Well, this is in the future, so we're good.
He got 71 years from now. He's mainly a head on a body if Futurama is anything to be told about.
Yeah.
I'll let
go
you
with
all
that.
choose.
Yeah, I don't care. Choose
Does
farmer.
anyone
if you
care if I
want
take farmer?
Nope.
Yeah, I do.
I think it's useful. I think someone should.
I don't
definitely
get. That's
be
not
able to
just you. No, you just leave your decision making to yourself, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Buddy.
Yeah, pal.
Well, I'll be administrator
Yeah,
if
buddy.
nobody wants to be that. 'Cause we need that.
You
You
pick
take
what
your
you're
farmer.
gonna. Yeah, you pick your farmer.
You
Mr.
don't tell
Farmer.
Marty Jannetty what his career is.
Yeah.
If there's professional wrestler, I'll be
I
taking
didn't even
that.
have a face at this point. I'm the
I don't know who
faceless
that
masses.
He was okay. You know Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. He used to be in a tag team with Marty Jannetty. They were called the Rockers. That's originally where they got like their break was together as a tag team. Then Shawn Michaels got better. Marty Jannetty got worse, and then disappeared.
That's why he became the Heartbreaker Kid.
No, I mean after that he became the Heartbreak Kid, but I don't think that's why.
broke
Maybe
his
maybe
heart.
that is
Because
why.
he broke his heart.
Because he broke Marty Jannetty's heart. We'll go with it. It's canon now. WWF canon.
Well, it would have been.
What's yours, Josh?
I'm Francis D,
Francis D. What's the D stand for?
and I come from Waterworld, obviously.
of
and
course.
I'm 22 years young.
Wow. That's something an old person would say.
And I don't have a job yet.
She is Francesca, the farmer. She's 19 years old.
And
She's not very interesting.
where's she hail from?
Oh, the Thousand Sunny.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Is that from
It's
from
from One
One
Piece.
One Piece?
Yeah, it's the ship.
He's a nerd.
He literally just said that like 2 seconds ago. I don't understand that thing you said 2 minutes ago. It was involved with words.
No, but
You sound a lot like a Jim Gaffigan. Like
So I will
You know,
reiterate though again what
head
the farmer
voice.
job is.
I just didn't listen to him, Steven. Thank you for being an
that
asshole.
time. That time you didn't listen to him. You're normally so attentive.
And tonight we were drinking Anti-Hero.
I'm just waiting for you to dump that on the board.
Thanks to Steve. It's a Indian.
That's how he's gonna-
India pale ale, not
That's
Indiana.
how it's legacy. We're done playing that at that
From
point.
Revolution Brewing.
Is it any good? Have you tried? Did you try it?
Yeah,
Yet?
that's pretty good.
Good.
So I chose the farmer job. Once on your turn, when doing the make supplies action, you may immediately deliver the supplies for free. So if I make a supply, I can instantly put it on the board as well.
I chose radio operator.
So the radio operator allows him to move one pawn to another pawn on the board with their permission, which is very useful. This kind of works if you need a different pen.
Just need to.
I don't move pawns, Matt. I may give or take supply cubes.
Oh, never mind. You took that one.
Jeez.
Steve took that one, the one I'm talking about.
Which is administrator, I think.
What's left?
Laborer, instructor. Thinking laborer.
What's the instructor?
Once on your turn, as an action, give any one player card to a player in your location.
That's kind of nice. You don't have to be in the same city that matches.
Mm.
So either make it one card easier or easier to trade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Marty Jannetty ain't no instructor.
Fair.
He's a laborer.
I kind of appreciate that we took all the ones on the right side.
You start on whatever your home city is. So, put your guy in your home city.
Dump Island, here I come, baby. Oh, Steve,
went to
who's
Dump
your
Island with
character?
you.
So,
It's obviously the best place.
I'm
Floater.
Floater from
Ooh.
Dump Island, and I'm the administrator. So yeah, once per turn on my turn, as an action, I can move a pawn to any other pawn, which is
It makes sense.
definitely
We're the
good.
we're a dynamic duo. You're my rep guy, the
Yeah.
administrator.
I've given you all 2 cards. They're played face up at all times unless
Okay.
something says otherwise. So I got Tripoli and Cairo.
So a change in Pandemic Legacy Season 2 is there are cards that are one use. So like sometimes there's one that have 2 or 3 check marks, but this one is produce supplies. So you can either do the top action for free, or if you do the bottom action, you check this off and the card gets destroyed.
When all of them are filled
When all
in.
the checkboxes are done, yes. Yep.
So
Let's
I will read
destroy
one
it.
too.
Yeah.
Produce supplies. For an action, do one of the following. You can local production at a haven or supply center, which is the havens or supply center once we build them. Fill your location to its population with supply cubes. So if it's 3, you can only build up to 3. If it's 4, you can build up to 4. If it's 1, you can build 1. Or system-wide production. At a haven or supply center, fill all havens and supply centers to the population with supply cubes. So it would fill all of them back up to the
Wow.
max population.
But that's
then
where
the
you
card
only get
gets
limited
destroyed.
number of you.
Right.
Yeah. So they're a big deal, but they're also different thing. Let's see. So on your turn, we're just going to do this quick on your turn thing. Each player turn is divided into 4 steps, so very similar to normal. Check for exposure, so that's checking to see if you're in a spot where disease exists. All like if a plague cube is already out there. There's 1 or 2 other like things that can do it too. I think later in the game from the way it's made it sound, like there were very rare, but it's largely if there's plague in the city that you're in. And then if you end up with exposure, if I remember correctly, regardless of how much exposure it is, you end up scratching off one of the scratch boxes on there, and the scratch boxes may be blank. They may have they may have a symbol that where you get a scar,
yeah.
and some of them will have a death symbol where your guy just dies, and it could be in one of the early ones. Like just because there's 7 across doesn't mean that you can go all 7 and not.
Yeah, we did randomly shuffle them to sign out. Obviously, they all look the same until stickers are put on them.
Right, and my understanding is you do the leftmost open one, so it's not you get to choose. Okay. Again, unless a card somewhere along the way says you get to choose. I don't know that there is one or not, but whatever. Then you do your 4 actions. So the actions are listed. You can do any of the 4 actions, as many of the free actions as you want. So that's picking up the supplies and transferring supplies. And then you'll draw 2 player cards. So draw 2 cards from the player deck, and you'll take care of those. And then from there, you'll infect cities. And the infect cities is very similar to before. You based on the numbers below, you turn them over, you remove cubes from the city that it's at, and go from there. Cool. Your hand can have city, produce supplies, and event cards in it. City cards are used in some actions. Produce supply cards are used to bring supplies from the stockpile. And event cards can be played at any time. So the ones that we added in are events. The ones that we chose at the beginning, those are events. There will potentially also be events as we open up the deck and as we go through the legacy section of the game. We need to see who's going first.
Schwazi.
Yeah, we can do that.
Not the last person to be plagued.
No, it actually says to do the pawns thing. So, but either way is fine.
First.
Do I draw cards at the beginning or at the end, or
At the end.
You check for exposure.
Yep, check for exposure. That's step 1.
well, how do I check?
It is worth noting, so based on the number of cities we have, determines what supplies and things we can get at in between each game. So the more cities we have is the better. The more things we can do.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
How do I check for exposure?
So do the checking for exposure. 16. Hold on 1 second. Let me find the thing.
It's these. I know he
Yeah,
said.
yeah.
It was right there, Steve. I said right at the top. One more page.
Check for exposure.
Yeah, it says if your turn starts in a location with one or more plague cubes, gain exposure.
Oh.
And it says see exposure cards,
So
scars, whatever.
if you're
16.
in a location
that has
with
one or
a
more
cube,
plague cubes,
then
so
you are
so
in. Yeah.
at this point, nothing happens until
you're good.
we're in that type of spot.
So do 4 actions.
1,
2, 3.
2, 3, 4.
Whoa.
So what I did is I drived or ferried.
Drove.
Fairy.
Yep.
did
So
ferry.
move to adjacent location connected by a line. There's a line.
Yep.
It's because he's gay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
OBS reconnection successful. It says. Hey, we're back. Okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
so on my turn, I ended up flipping Cairo and Jacksonville.
Yep. And he simply went and grabbed some cubes and then put them back in Tripoli.
Yep.
Because
Right.
don't know what happened there. Sorry, but we are back live again.
Yeah. Let us know that everything seems to be working again, please. We just appreciate that.
And then anybody can go, right? It doesn't have to be.
No, it's turn. According to what this says, it's clockwise turn.
Oh, really? You can't
Yeah.
just hop around?
Yeah, that's at least the way it says in here. I will double check that, but
Because in the old one, you could hop around to anybody's turn, anybody's spot, right?
No,
I don't think
no,
so.
you
No?
went. You went in turn order.
Okay. I don't remember.
All right, so now it's my turn, and I can move just by doing a drive or ferry, right, from here to here.
yes,
Okay.
yeah. Yep. You can. Yeah, drive ferry is
So you
smooth
can
adjacent.
pick up these too for free, just as a reminder.
Okay.
Do you ever need them out there?
Well, if dump like if this were since these aren't currently in there, it's good. But if at one point dump island was something that could possibly
So
go bad,
produce supplies, right? If I use this, it only produces supplies up to that limit. Okay. So if I wanted to produce 3 supplies, these would have to be gone, and then I could produce 3 more.
right?
So these are havens. These are where we get our supplies to take them other places.
Gotcha.
I'll
Because
take
it's more
2
efficient to
with
pick
me
up
then.
3 from there and then deliver them versus trying to make 3.
Oh, so
One.
I should have probably picked up these for free.
Maybe not all of them, but
But even like 2 of them, that
Yeah,
might have
gotcha.
been a better choice.
your character specifically, you can take them from other people though. So that's
I can take them and give them to other people.
Right.
okay. So yeah, it's good for you
2.
to have them in stock.
2 more there.
3, 4. I guess. All right. Draw 2 supply cards. I got a produce supplies for an action. Do one of the following. Oh, same one you had earlier.
The top part is always going to be the same.
Oh, okay. The bottom
you
part.
might-
Yeah, this one has 2 check marks. System-wide production at a haven or supply center. Fill all havens, supply centers.
Right. So
to
the
their
difference is instead of
population.
it only being able to be used once, you'll be able to use it twice.
Okay.
Not until both of them are checked out.
All right. And that's my. Oh nope, not my turn.
And if I'm not mistaken, you still would, when you cross that off, you would, if there is anything left over, he would
probably
discard it.
discard
You
it,
wouldn't
right?
keep it for the rest of the thing, I believe.
That would make sense because I'm
but-
using the
Yeah,
card.
you're still using the card.
Yeah.
All right, so London gets hit, and Jacksonville. Is that how you pronounced it?
Jacksonville.
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 Man, dude, your hatred is showing.
It's worth
bro.
noting too that like the one-use ones might be worth using kind of earlier, right? Because they're eating up a space where we could potentially get cities we need.
It's true. It's true.
Jacksonville.
But then we're also short of the easy production.
Right.
You know, that's the other side of it.
So it'd be 1, 2. Do you guys care if I take these 3?
No, I don't see why not. Go for it. In fact, you may as well because
'Cause
you
I
have
can fill both
Yeah,
these up.
right. You could.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
So that's
for
free.
Yep.
For 1, I will move.
Because it's free to
I'm
take.
going to produce, and since I'm the farmer, when I produce, I can also deliver. Do you guys want more on Lagos or more on, or do you just want 3 on each?
2? Yeah, I was gonna say why not do 3 on each, and then that way we're a little safer. You know what I mean? I mean, if you want,
nice.
you know, that's on you though.
You can produce and
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's part of his power.
So
OP
that's 2.
character. Matt chose best character. He's gonna die off the
So
earliest.
3.
Yes, of course.
I will produce,
Right.
and then I will deliver for free.
Sure.
It's produce.
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 What game was it we
I
played
don't
that
know.
kept saying produce?
I don't know.
Instead of produce.
You're starting some controversy.
Controversy.
Yeah.
I was
Controversy.
only 2 cards.
Controversy.
One Quiet Night. Useful.
Nice.
And an Epidemic.
Okay, read it out.
So increase the infection rate marker. 1
Got
space.
it. Right.
Draw the bottom card from the infection deck and remove all the supply cubes, if any, from that city, and discard that card.
Tripoli.
Tripoli.
Ooh, that's not good.
That's the one we just came through.
Josh.
And then
Things happen.
Yeah, that one's in there like 2 or 3 times too. That's no bueno.
Skip the next infect city step. Oh no. Well, it's too late for that.
Well, it's not.
It is, because we already know which city.
Hmm?
I can't play it after we know what city.
No, we're not into the infect
The
city.
infect's
shit.
after you draw your
Yeah,
cards.
infect is the next one. Is the next? Is
Do
the
we want to
next
use One Quiet Night so he doesn't get a scar?
Or so that at least reduces the chance that he gets
Can
a
anyone
scar.
move Josh?
Yes, actually I can. Because I can move a pawn to any other pawn. So I can technically drop him out of there if need be.
And you already intensified.
Yeah,
Yep.
I did that already.
And we have an instant, right? Do we do that? Or no?
Well, ooh,
Oh, no, that's not
That's
epidemics. That's when we
outbreaks.
get outbreaks. Yep,
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
mind.
You want to draw your 2 cards?
So silly.
he's trying to decide if he wants to do the One Quiet Night.
Do you want to do One Quiet Night so we don't risk Josh?
Does it go?
Well, you can move Josh.
Yeah, you can
right.
move me.
Yeah, okay, it's fine then.
Because at the beginning of your turn, you check Sao Paulo, Lagos. Okay.
That's actually great. I mean, that couldn't have gone better for that.
Yeah.
And let me double check one thing. Wait. An incident happens whenever a play cube is placed into a location, not when it
Yeah.
morphs out,
yeah.
not when it overflows.
Oh, okay.
Just when one's placed.
Oh, okay.
Move the incident marker. If the incident marker reaches the skull, you lose. Remember that players you start a turn in a play location with a play cube get exposed.
Okay.
So that's the important thing.
It would be good if you get one more blue.
So all right.
Yes. 'Cause
So
that's one
my
of our
turn.
objectives, right?
We have to
Check for
both.
exposure. There isn't any.
What's one of the mission or one of them?
To recon North America, so I need one more blue card to be able to do that. I'm in the location already. I was hoping I would draw one.
All right.
You can be Washington.
Are you?
Are you pink?
I'm in Washington. Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm in Washington. So that
So,
would be good.
So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna
You have
do.
to-
Hold on.
Yes, when you pass a card, you have to be in the city that you're passing.
So. What? Washington?
Yep.
Okay. So, one. Actually, I can do that for free, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So 1, 2, 3.
Does it move it to any other pawn or you?
Move a pawn to any other pawn.
Oh. Can I make...
I could have gone the other way. I understand I
Okay.
could have done the other, but I thought it might be important still to come down this way to fix that. But I guess it doesn't necessarily matter, and I guess it is any pawn to any pawn.
Yeah, because you could go and put one on Tripoli then.
Yeah, because I could do 1, 2. I would still be. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'll
2,
do that.
3, move Josh. 4, put supply.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yep. So I can still do that.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is all of that. Grab these. New York and Istanbul. So.
Nope. That's the cards he grabbed, not infect.
Yeah. That's my added stuff. And go
Josh
ahead.
is the bad one. I'll just remember that.
Tripoli.
Oh no.
Tripoli.
Hopefully not Tripoli.
Tripoli.
Are you serious?
Oh.
Yep. Tripoli.
Okay. So.
Well, it's the start of his turn though, so oh no.
Yeah. That's an
hold on.
incident.
So.
Oh
Well,
man.
yeah, an incident. So that goes up one. Hold on 1 second.
Doom.
That's so bad. Now I feel bad.
It's fine.
Jeez, Matt, way to kill Steve's character off already. Exile Jim Duggan's never gonna make it back.
Outbreaks. No. Yeah, the start turns. That's the thing. So, I don't think.
Because nobody can move him, can we? And you can't remove those off the map, can you?
I don't think so.
I don't think that they're not in the current situation that we have.
Correct.
So well, here's the thing. what might be possible is we might get another one of these cards that lets you do something with somebody else if there is one of those. I don't know if we had one that was like
Like one of these
the
blue
helicopter.
ones?
No, the
Oh.
ration event things. Because like what you got there. Because if there's one that's like a helicopter,
Well,
you know,
Matt
the
can make it
helicopter
there
from the other one.
and drop cubes for you. So
Yeah,
And that
but
won't change anything. It's being there and starting the
right.
thing with a plague cube.
the
is
only
what
way to
it's
keep
got.
the these cars getting
Yep.
the helicopter.
Yeah. Right. So
Which sucks.
well, not
that was
not
that.
an scar, just exposure. So he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. That was it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, Joshy.
So I'm going to. What is it called?
Share knowledge.
Share knowledge.
Share knowledge.
Oh, thank you for sharing knowledge, Josh.
Hey, did
Yeah.
you know about New York or Washington?
I did. I heard he saved the children, but not the British children. Washington. 8 foot tall, effing killing for fun.
You could throw another on Jacksonville, I guess.
Huh?
He
Jacksonville.
said
This
he-
is the
I
future.
got
Yeah.
no cubes.
You can make one.
Don't I have to be, or is that free? I don't have to be at one of these places to make cubes.
That's free to do that if you want. No, he's saying that you can do the thing you did the first time. Make supplies. Take a
Yeah,
supply
that was
from
my
this-
question.
You don't have to be at a Haven, no.
Okay. So I'll move for my second action.
Okay.
My third action will be
Wait.
stockpile, and then fourth action will
Do you want
be-
to take this one for free? So it's at 3.
No. Because I have a feeling you need it more than I need it.
We can take it from Joe.
No, you can't.
Has to be both agreeable. 2 cards, please.
All right. Ooh, Josh got a bunch of Istanbuls.
And they're all different.
Well,
so
we've got
Nice. You need one more to finish that one off,
Yeah.
huh?
I've got 3 different black cards
Tripoli.
here, so,
Oh no,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
got Tripoli. He's
Okay.
got Cairo, and he's got
And
Istanbul. You have the
it's
3
one
same
of
black
those-
cards.
Same
Okay.
black card.
There's not even a 4th city. Oh, there.
It just has to be the color for
No, this one.
It's
supply centers.
Oh no, I was thinking for this,
For
but
that.
yeah, that's not possible yet, is it?
yeah to recon there. No,
Okay.
Because you have to have a supply there first.
and either way, you don't have 4 different cities that are black cities.
Oh right, I can't do that yet because we don't have a supply center, Matt.
Yeah.
Fudge.
You'd have to discard 5 blues.
Dumb move. Hey,
Well,
we tried.
no, you can discard 5 of any color.
Okay.
No.
Oh, it does have to be the matching the
Yep.
city. Oh my gosh,
Flippin'.
that's hard.
Washington,
Oh man.
Cairo.
Okay.
You get that half reward, Joe.
I honestly don't know what I want to do now. I could make, and drop, I guess.
It's pretty much a game make and drop.
Right? I mean, it doesn't make sense for me to move around. Really?
Yeah, it's kind of one of those hard things. It's almost like you have to stay in an area.
Is it an action to use a card?
Which type of card?
Produce supplies.
As far as I know, yes.
Doesn't say action.
Should I move to New York so you can come to New York and give me that blue card? Both you and Matt? That might make sense, right?
Good.
I don't know if Matt's going to get there this round, because Matt's going to probably
Well,
want to
that-
drop cubes. And
Right, that's fine. Well, I'll move one here to New...
If
Nope.
nobody takes care of it, I'm going to put more cubes on Tripoli so
Make-
that we don't have more incidents.
make supply. Deliver supplies. Move to New York.
Okay.
Drive to New York. Alright, that's my turn.
Okay.
Epidemic.
Somebody just fell through the floor.
Epidemic.
Increase. Move the infection rate marker forward 1 spot. Infect. Draw the bottom card from the infect deck. Remove all the supply cubes.
Istanbul.
From Istanbul. Nice.
do you guys want to do
intensify.
one quiet night this time? Or do you want to wait till it's 3?
Well, we know it's going to be Tripoli. We know it's going to be. Like we know, there's a huge chance it's going to be Tripoli, or.
And Istanbul because there's not a lot of cards in there, really.
Yeah.
You want to use it?
I mean, are you going to be able to get up there on your turn to do anything
To
about
Tripoli?
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if we draw another
1,
plague's going
2,
to go
3.
there, though. If we draw right
Produce,
now,
and
another
then I
plague
drop
goes
2.
I
there.
know.
Right. but
Yeah,
you're
so
gonna be
let's
on-
use one quiet night.
You'll have to move me out.
Yeah, obviously. That's a.
Well, I would prefer you move me out.
Yeah.
All right,
He
we'll
does.
use one
He
quiet
has
night.
to do nothing.
So we don't draw.
Yeah, we're not going to draw this round. Right,
Okay.
right. Which means it's your turn.
Yep. Woo.
If I
going
help
poorly.
Tripoli, will you move me out? If assuming you're not dead.
Yeah, I mean, unless literally by whatever you do to
Yeah.
finish your turn means that that we like lose because I don't,
Yeah.
like take some other thing.
Because I can't do Tripoli and Istanbul. I can't reach both. I can do one or the other.
Well, Istanbul, I think there's only one of those cards that's there.
Yeah.
Tripoli, there's at least 2, if not 3,
Okay.
of those top cards.
So I'm gonna say.
And what was it,
one?
about 6 or 7 of them
I
in
don't
there?
have anything to
That
fly.
could have been, yeah, as I said,
No.
okay.
Why do I have so few cards? Oh, I used one.
Yeah. And
Oh,
you drew
well,
enough
Yeah, it's
to-
only
Gosh.
around to the second. Yeah. I've only got 4,
2.
so
3. For my 4th action, I'm gonna make a supply, and then I can deliver for free since I'm the farmer.
yep.
How do I have 5 then? Did I draw a third
Okay.
one?
Gave one to me.
Draw 2 cards. Tripoli, which is good. I can fly somewhere, and Washington.
Nice.
That's good.
Infect cities.
Top 2.
I don't want to.
I know.
Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo. Oh, nice.
Lagos.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Man, that was just like the last time that we were at that same spot,
Steve's turn. Check for exposure.
I need,
Exposed.
Maybe
I
this.
got it. I can do this.
Is it a scar?
Yes.
What's
Son of a
scar do?
bitch.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
gotta
in the
take a
first
scar.
one.
I gotta pick one of these.
Yes.
Okay, Insomniac. Reduce your hand limit by 1. Fastidious. You need 1 extra city card to do the build supply center action. Overcautious. You may not leave a haven with 0 supply cubes if you have supply cubes on your character card. Regretful. Discard a card if you have any. If you have one every time you leave a city with 0 supply cubes.
That's not so bad.
Xenophobia. I mean, it wouldn't be bad as long as you're avoiding that, but that might be. It might be difficult for me to do only because I'm the guy that's moving everybody around. Xenophobia. You need 1 extra city card of the same color to do the recon action. Okay. Bacillophobic. Lose an action if you start your turn in a location with a plague cube. So you get 1 less action. That sucks. Hoarder, when doing the deliver supplies action, you may not put your last 2 supply cubes onto the board.
Jeez.
Wow, that's tough.
pretty detrimental.
Yeah. Obsessed, you must end your turn with an odd number of player cards. If you end your turn with an even number, discard 1. Demoralize, move all the supply cubes from your character card to the stockpile every time an epidemic card is revealed.
That's not the end of the world for yours.
No.
It's not great, but
No, that one's not bad. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it,
Man.
you may not leave the which one was it?
or you
Those
can't
all
leave with stun
suck.
on there.
Yeah.
That's not so bad.
No, the discarded card every time you leave a city with 0 supply cubes. That one. That one might not be too bad, so I'm going to try that one.
Man, already, I feel like we're already sucking at this game.
Yeah.
There's a lot of spot for scars.
We have 12 months of these.
Yeah. If we do well. Up to 24 months.
Up to 24 months. Or 24 months, yeah.
24 games.
Yeah, it's 2.
Well,
you can do each one twice.
Yeah.
Oh, because
Right, if you fail once, you get to
Yeah.
restart
Yeah.
that same one. All right. So,
maybe
yay!
I'm just moving
Okay. So, I was exposed.
Yep.
Everybody
Do your
was
4
excited about it.
actions.
Yay!
Exposure!
You
Could.
So do you want to go to Washington or Jacksonville, or do you want me to move and take you to wherever I go?
No, moving to New York.
New York's fine.
New York.
Okay.
That way I can take the card from him. Thank you.
Okay. So there's 1.
Yes, your card is mine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Can't do both of those.
Probably should do Istanbul.
You could go here. You can grab them for free and move to Istanbul, right?
Yeah, you can put all 3
Yeah,
in
what
Istanbul.
is that?
That's Waterworld, so
Oh,
that's
yeah,
not
that's
even
right.
in there.
So
Yeah.
2,
Free.
Free action to grab them.
3, 3, and then drop them for 4, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
We're golden, guys. We're golden.
Oh, you might
Waterworld
wanna
saved our
consider
bacon again.
Using the
Okay,
Alright.
so just so you know where we're at, added to the end here, or actually haven't infected cities yet. That's what I'm about to do. But I got another Istanbul, and I got a ration event. Move 1 or 2 copies of a specific city in the infection discard pile to the game end area, so they would not be in for the rest of the game. So that actually could be really useful once we start to reveal a few more things.
Yep.
And then, so the 2 that we're revealing, Cairo
Twitch is having issues. People are complaining that it's.
Okay, so it's not just us.
and Tripoli. So that's a plus, at least somewhat.
Alright.
All right, Josh, your turn when you're ready.
Discard.
Okay, going right to Cairo.
Does it have to be a line? One line? Or.
No, the way it
When
is
you fly,
you, you're technically not flying. You're taking a boat.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very specific about it. So you would discard the card, or say, I'll discard a card to move to the city named to the card, provided you can trace a sea route to it. So
All that we have are sea routes.
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
Right.
Because they're blue. Later on, we'll have stuff on the land.
That won't be sea routes.
right?
That'll be what's called land routes.
Okay. So I go there. That's 1. I can make 2.
Make 2, baby.
You can take Joe's for free.
I need them.
There you
Seriously, I
go,
do.
Joe.
I seriously need it. You cannot take it.
What do you need it for?
Because I'm going to build a supply center in Washington next
What do you
turn.
need a cube for?
I can discard 2 cubes to have 1 less card.
Oh.
An
Yeah.
option?
That for me, because I'm a laborer.
Yeah. You know what? Don't mess with the unions. Even at this point.
Okay. So that was
It's
mine.
the only thing we have left.
I pulled New York and another Lagos.
So I guess we'll focus on yellow.
Washington
Washington.
and Istanbul.
Oh, that's where I be.
Oh, you already did that. Never
Already
mind.
did
I'm
that.
sorry. Yep. All right, my turn. Can I please have New York from you, Matt? Thank you. That puts me up to 7 cards. That's 1 action. 2 actions is not. It's moving, Matt. It's going to Washington. 3 actions will to be build.
Why not take one from
Yeah,
there for
that's
free?
That's a better idea. Thank
Right?
you,
Because
Steve.
it's free to take one from
Yeah,
that
what
spot.
is he going to do with his 4th action, I guess?
Make a supply.
Potentially, he could move to Tripoli or Lagos. Like if you wanted to, he could do several things, or even use the produce supplies
It has
thing.
to be out of Haven.
Oh, I thought it was
I
a
will
haven
be-
or supply.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
supply
and
center.
you'll be creating a supply
Ah,
center.
Look at you.
So
Yeah. See.
I
All
give
right.
the credit to Steve, not you, Joe.
Now, third action, I may do the build supply center action with 1 fewer card if I spend 2 supply cubes from my character card.
okay.
And I have London, Washington, New York.
Okay.
Put that supply center in Washington and increase our 1 goal because we're at 1 now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Do we have to get both stars? Do we have to do both of
Yes, these are both mandatory.
them? Gotcha.
So
And
we need to
then-
recon North America, and we also need to have the other.
For my 4th action, I will do a system-wide production
how many
at
blue do you
a
have?
haven or supply center. Fill all havens and supply centers to their population with supply cubes.
Okay.
And I'll put an X on here.
Okay.
And OBS is.
Oh, it's only... Okay, so it's 1 more.
Is it all havens or all havens and supply centers?
All havens and supply centers, he said.
Fill all havens and supply centers to their production population with supply cubes.
Right, and then the last part is just then
Then
discard.
then check a box.
So for future reference, Joe
Hold
should
on,
have took
hold
one
on,
from
hold on.
Washington.
I just want to
Should
see
have,
if
yep.
you actually are supposed to get rid of that produce supplies.
Reconnection
Um,
successful.
Obviously, this area's having.
It's not the internet's fine.
Yeah.
It's just Twitch. Because I was able to reload and refresh and stuff like that still.
I guess when we do these,
No,
we'll
yeah,
just,
yeah, you just do. Yep, okay.
we'll just make sure.
Yeah, so
that,
you'll discard it and then do your thing. You're right.
All right, we're back again. Sorry, everyone. Twitch is having massive issues tonight. But I think we're making it. We are recording this so I can try and patch this together when we
And we're making our way downtown.
load it to YouTube. Making my way downtown.
Yeah.
So on my last turn, what you missed was I built a supply center. Here it goes again. Wow.
He built the supply center, and now you'll see it.
Yep. I got Jacksonville and Airlift.
Why do you have 2 down already?
Oh, I was supposed to draw those, I think. Should I just put those on the bottom, on top?
Yeah, switch them around. So
Well,
they
unless
look.
one's an epidemic.
No, that's fine because
I
he
didn't
didn't
look
look
at
at the
them,
first,
so
the two that he already done. He picked them up like that and set them down, and then he didn't look. So
Thanks, Steve. Those would have
Yeah.
probably stayed there the rest of the game unless you noticed. I got a Jacksonville and ration event, airlift.
Radiation event.
radiation event. Rationed event. Go for it.
So move any one pawn to any location. Get permission from before moving another.
Play
pawn.
it anytime. Important.
Yes, it is. Not in action.
Okay.
Man, we had 5 people watching too. That sucks.
So we just need to start recording, and then if there's issues, we'll upload it later. That's all we got to worry about in the future.
Yep.
I can't.
It is what it is. Because there's not much you can't stitch together that brokenness on this.
Not this much. If it was like 2 or 3, I could download them all and stitch them together. But so I'll do that. But
There's gonna be too much missing. That sucks because this is the first round of this game.
yeah, it really does suck.
I can't get the Sao Paulo.
The neighbor's tree exploded.
I wouldn't worry about that. Maybe, you know,
That could be part
I
of the
wouldn't be
issue,
as
too.
concerned about that. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Josh, what do you got as cards? I know
3
you're
of
busy
those.
with other things.
Okay.
Well, you just need one more black.
Right, that's why I was trying to decide where, you know, but then we both have to be in Tripoli. So if you can end up, but if you end up in Tripoli, that's not good either because then that's bad city. You know what I mean?
Well, Josh has Istanbul.
Right.
That
so,
would make more sense.
yeah, and I'm already in Istanbul,
Yeah.
so I can just pull somebody right to me. So that still means we need to do, we still need to do 2 more supply centers, no matter what.
Yeah, I'm
going to do 1.
Yeah.
Well, right, but my point is like, so then I guess go wherever you think is going to be best for that type of thing. We know
which is going to come up more. These 2 come up a lot.
Well, that's only because those 2 happen to be there. I mean, okay, we know these 2 are. We know this one. We know Istanbul. We know those are definitely in the top some. So really, any of those is fine. And technically, I could take 2 cards out. I could actually make it so that Sao Paulo and Lagos are way less likely because I think we've only had 1 of each of those anyways, and they're in there.
Jesus Christ.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, those are the top ones. I could actually remove those from it. And we may not get Sao Paulo or Lagos
Should I
again
do
for a long
London
time.
or one of these?
I don't think we've gotten back around to the London ones.
Okay.
I'm sure there's not a London one in there.
I should be close then.
Maybe, but again, I think,
Yeah.
but because we've done that double like retread, maybe not. Maybe not be that far.
The benefit to London is I'm going to pick these 3 up and then use this card for the top use and then refill it, and then I can still drop on London.
I would say go ahead and go London.
Okay.
And again, if we're concerned, I can remove the
1.
Sao Paulo and Lagos right from them.
3.
And
2.
even still, it's not 2 of them for Sao Paulo and Lagos. I think it's 1. We just keep getting them back.
All right, the neighbor's tree
Should I pick those
fell
up too?
into
Probably
our
not.
yard,
No, probably not.
and it's covering the whole entire.
I think it's better to leave them because other people are going to have to come through.
Yeah, and I make things easier.
Well, exploded 2 years ago and dropped
3.
on their house and punctured their house.
Is that 3?
4.
Wait a minute.
So
Yeah. So, 1.
it's like
Uh-huh.
across the whole entire
Pick up
street
for free.
into our
Uh-huh.
yard.
2 to use the card.
Okay, you're right.
it's
3 to
literally
move
across
over
the
there.
3 to move
yeah,
over there.
Okay, yeah.
So 4 to
chainsaw?
produce.
Yeah,
And then I can drop for free.
Right.
So I'll just put 2.
Why not put 3? Because then that gives you 2 to put down in another spot.
Well, 3.
And that-
3 total.
I meant like put 3 on, but that's up to you.
Okay, that'll only leave me 1 left.
Right, but I'm saying like next time you move to a spot, you're going to do your special power, right?
Yeah.
So you'll produce and then put 2 down in the new spot.
I'll
you
get
put
2 because Josh can take them.
Where'd you use this?
Right here.
Oh, you picked them all up, then used it again. Cool.
Yeah.
Smart.
That way you guys have ones to pick up.
Yeah.
So that's
I
my 4
refuse
actions.
to pick them up. I think
My
we're
2
back.
cards are London
Did you ever flip these?
and Cairo.
I don't think I did.
I don't think you flipped
I
these.
ran up after I grabbed my cards, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he grabbed these.
Okay.
Da.
Well, we can. London had 1. Do we want to redo mine?
Well, you go ahead and flip those 2.
Yeah.
Just flip those 2 and see what we get.
Tripoli
Tripoli, okay,
and London.
and London. Okay, so
That
London
would've
would be at.
That would have none.
Well, it would have had none, so you would take 1 less off of there. Take
Yeah.
1 because you added
I
yours.
would have dropped 1.
Okay,
There you
so
go.
that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. Either way. All right, so there's that. You're still in London. Your turn still is valid all the way through to that point. You drew your cards. Now we're at that level again.
Yes. Okay, draw 2 more for the end of
So
Matt's
draw
turn.
2 for the end of Matt's turn.
I'm assuming you would
He'd
have.
already everything that he did is the same as what we're doing.
These both would have been at 0, so
Okay.
And if he's in triple,
Jacksonville.
if he's there, then he gets a thing.
London.
Perfect. We stopped catastrophe in London.
All right.
You're welcome, London. Is London blue?
That's it.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it
London,
is.
Washington.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
So we need to
what
get
are you,
you
Blue
New
Jack?
York, don't we?
you're covered.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. Okay.
She can
So I'm going to
explore.
move you here,
Mhm.
and I want your Istanbul card. 6. Okay. So then I can create a
Yep.
one of these for 5, right? You know
Yep.
how that goes, right?
Yep.
Let's take that. There's 5 for that. So this might be my second action, or third action. That's my third. And then
Yeah.
do I do that, or do I move out to here so I could? So I'm already there, and it makes it easy for me to drop into here and do and add more,
I'm
like
just
on a
gonna do
future
that on my
turn.
yeah, one of
Oh,
us
you're
should.
gonna do that in
one of
there?
us should
Okay.
take there,
Okay.
care of that before your turn.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see what my other things are, just to make sure there's nothing I'm not thinking of. Okay. Yeah, that's not going to change anything. Do that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'll take one of those and put it on. Epidemic.
I was just thinking,
Jacksonville.
Joe, about my streaming thing. So in
Okay,
the future, what we can do
um,
if you get a better computer is stream to it
Okay,
from
so
here.
there's that. That
and
goes up
have
again.
that one do the recording.
Is that our third epidemic card? Will you
Yes,
double check?
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Because I got one, Matt got one.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I thought I had 2. Okay, hold on once. Yeah. Go ahead and do that. Yep. Cairo.
Ouch.
So everything comes up now. Before we do that, I can actually do this.
Yeah.
In between the steps, I can move 2 cards.
Cairo and Tripoli.
So Cairo and Tripoli probably. At least one Tripoli and one Cairo,
Yeah.
and then that way it's at least less
And there's
likely.
Still one of each in there.
Yeah. So
Oh,
that'll
then
go
we're good.
there. Yeah. At least it's a fairly decent
Not
percentage.
at all good.
We also need to draw 3 cards at a time. So.
Or we take double Cairo or double Tripoli.
Oh. Yeah.
What would you prefer? You're the math major. What's better odds?
Neither. There will both be 2 cards in there.
It's better because then if we do double Tripoli, then there's no chance of it breaking out, right? But if we do, then 2 Kairos could come up though, and we're almost in the same situation that we're already in. So it's best just do 1 and 1, and we'll chance it. With us drawing 3 cards, there's not great chances of anything really. So
Right.
besides doom and death,
What does your special do again?
I can build supply centers for 1 less card.
No. I mean your.
Oh, it's airlift.
Oh.
So I can move someone.
Okay.
If I need to, at any time. Flip 3 cards. London. Uh-oh, their bridge is falling down.
Them on here backwards. It's gonna bug me.
Wait.
He
Okay.
just, they're like, yeah.
Go
You
ahead.
can tell because of the
Go.
strike.
Go ahead.
Triple E.
Oh,
What was that 2?
Cairo.
Nothing.
Sao Paulo.
Oh my god.
That's really bad, you guys.
Okie dokie.
And now it's Josh's turn.
Yep. Go ahead, brother.
Awesome. 1. Pick up
Free?
for free.
I mean-
I'd strongly consider going 2 into the into Tripoli.
And 4.
Where were you, Istanbul?
Yeah.
You can put 1 on each if you take mine. But you'd end in Tripoli.
I could fly him out.
What do you mean?
So you could move here for 1. You take it from me for free. You drop.
Actually, hold on. he can fly him for free to a spot. So you could technically make one move right now, let him drop two, so he could put him onto Triple E or have him move to Triple E, drop a thing, and then so that way he can still drop them both and be out of Triple E is the important thing.
So I can airlift you to Tripoli. You can drop one as your second action.
And then put
move
two
to
more
Cairo
in
and put two in Cairo, since Cairo's still got a card in there. Okay, let's fly you.
Right. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not going to hurt anything. Yeah, so you put 2 and 2, actually. Yeah.
2.
Yep.
3.
3 and 4. Yeah.
And 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Easy peasy.
It gives us the best options. And we need combinations, guys. Ooh, your yellow's close. Oh, you guys are closer to your yellows in a couple ways. Okay, so when you guys... So, realistically, Josh, you need to... you're
at 7.
Yeah,
so.
you're at... Well, yeah, but still you have the most yellows, so that would be the other thing to do if we're going to do it.
Just need to get to Lagos, or I guess.
Yeah, and we still need to get 3 blues here to get that to go off.
Do you want to use this Triple E card instead of this?
That's an action.
That's an action.
It's an action.
Yeah.
He can't not do that. I don't think he's got to. If we want to cover both of those and keep them safe,
Yep.
I don't think we can afford not to do
Correct.
what that.
Ready?
Yep.
Lagos.
Oi.
Lagos. No. London.
London.
Oi.
Still not
Cairo.
Cairo. Okay. Yep. And that's where we were just at. So.
It's getting hard.
Oof. Oof. Oof.
I wish I had a
Okay.
yellow card to sail down there.
You can always use Lagos and go there, Joe.
Can you move between these now? Like you couldn't the supply centers?
No.
You can't?
Not at this point. Not as
Okay.
far as I know.
Okay.
I'd have to look. I don't think you can though.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever not at least in the beginning. It
Okay.
doesn't mean that you
Okay.
can't eventually.
All right.
Yeah, in fact, I remember looking, and it did not say that you could, that I know of.
I guess I could refill Sao Paulo or Lagos.
I don't know that there's another Sao Paulo or Lagos for at least a couple more cards. I'm just saying that I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm just saying I don't know that there is.
Or London.
Yeah, there may not be another London right away, but London we actually have more.
Mm-hmm. I could do that. Fill London since that's where we're at. I guess. I mean, that's really all I can do.
Yeah, London's kind of off on its own.
Well, does it make better sense for you to do that, or better sense for you to go to discard Lagos and go right to Lagos and add something there? Like, I mean, I'm just saying in general. Does it make better sense to do that because you could discard? You could 1, 2 pick up 3 drop, and drop 3 on there if you wanted to, or 1 produce and then throw them down. Either way.
Yeah, I can go to Lagos or London or Sao Paulo and drop cubes.
Right, I was just saying that because of Lagos you can do it as a fast track. That might have been the
Well, he can get there without fast track.
And drop more cubes.
where on London.
Well, any of them, because he could pick up 3 on the way if he goes
Yeah,
there. He
that's
won't
what I
be
was
able
gonna
to pick
do.
up 3.
Yeah,
1, 2.
3 drop for 4.
Without getting rid of a card.
It's fair enough.
Yeah.
And then he'll be in Lagos. And then potentially I can get that card from him.
Yeah, the thing is that we do need to recon North America. That is our other thing. So we've
Well,
got to
yeah,
get
Matt
3 blue.
just needs 1 card
So does
to
he.
do it.
Yeah.
Or yeah.
Yeah. So really, one of you two needs to end on the same spot so I
So
can move.
Steve
you
can
two.
move the other one there. Yeah.
Preferably, if you can help it, being on Washington or London at the end of your turn.
Washington would be. Oh, crap! Josh is the
Washington is the best.
So New York is the best.
Well, Washington would be the best for him to give up because you have to give up the city that you're in. You have to
Oh
be in the
right,
city you're giving
yeah.
up.
Well, the Josh could take it from him
Right, that's what
on
I'm
his
saying.
turn, and
right.
we could do it on Josh's turn. Yeah.
Right.
I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. 1, 2, picked up for free. 3, drop for 4.
Okay.
All right. Produce supplies for an action. Do one of the following: local production or system-wide production, and it's got 3 check marks.
Wow, nice.
And Istanbul.
Not Constantinople. You know.
I mean, I'm gonna try and take care of one of those.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
have to.
yeah. You're fine. You're fine.
You're not
Washington.
I can still move him. I can still move him to the spot, and then it would just be
Istanbul.
Josh
well,
getting
someone
there.
has to be there though. You can move it to another
Jacksonville.
pawn. If he's
sure.
not there, then you
that
can't
doesn't mean
move
that
him.
I can't. Though.
Wait, that was 3, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just go.
Yeah.
1, 2. I can.
You're in
fix-
Cairo. You can discard it to sail anywhere, right?
I'm not in Cairo. I'm in London. I can discard London to go anywhere, but
That's
that
not
doesn't.
good.
Yeah.
Actually, that doesn't matter because he's the one who's going to get the 3 cards. So you could do the London. That's not impossible.
It's more beneficial to go and pick these.
I have to get rid of a card to be able to gain any cards, though.
because it'll be 1, 2, and then one of these 3 cities I can fix.
Steven.
Oh,
What?
okay. Yeah.
I have to get rid of cards to gain any, right? Do you just burn one as you gain it?
When you get it, he would drop off one. You would get rid of a card
Yeah,
that
you
you
have to
wanted
get rid of one.
And well, again, with London, is if you hold on a second. Yeah, to move to any location, you could go right to a haven. You don't have to go to to the city. You could go right to the haven and then move from the haven.
Okay, so let's think here. Go to Thousand Sunny. That's 1, 2, drop, 3, drop. So I can fix those 2, or I can fix these 2.
I mean, why not? Jackson. There's got to be less Jacksonville. Like we just have not seen that many Jackson. I mean, it comes, but it's only once in so often.
I think it makes more sense for me to
You
pick.
can't
So-
do. You can't do both.
Why?
So
Because dropping's an action.
His character, he could supply and drop.
Yeah,
But
so one action to
one
move
to
to
move
Thousand
to
Sunny.
here.
Yep.
Free to pick up.
Yep.
2 to move there.
Yep.
3 to drop.
Oh, yeah, I can't do
4 to
both.
move there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
5 to die.
So regardless, I can only do 1.
Yeah. Even without using the card, you can only do 1.
that's true.
And I don't have a generate thing. So really, it's which one. What's in the discard? We can look at the discard, right?
Yeah, I think it says at any point you can look at what's in there. Just can't rearrange it.
Yeah, no rearranging Josh.
Which one are you looking for, Lagos or Sao Paulo?
Just trying to see how many of each.
Lagos is in there, Sao Paulo's in there, each only once.
And there should be a Jacksonville, right?
And there's a Jacksonville.
Okay.
But there are 2 Londons in there, aren't there?
London, yep.
Yeah. So there will be. So somewhere along the way, London's going to get hit hard. I mean, we have cubes. I'm just keeping that in mind. You know?
I could put 1 on each if you want.
You can?
Yep.
Yeah, I guess.
Do you guys want 1 on each?
How would you do that?
I would fly to one of these 2. I would create, and then a drop for free.
Move,
Move,
create,
and drop for free.
Yeah, that might be the safe way. Just get 1 in each.
Nope.
Why?
Doesn't it say once on your turn?
Ah, yes.
So you can only do that once.
I can
per
only do
turn.
it once.
Oh, man.
You could take one of the cubes from London, though.
I could. So I could still technically put 1 on each.
Yep.
You want me to do that?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright. Because these make the population go down.
Right. I figured that much.
Alright, so that's free.
Yeah.
I'll
All
discard
cards in the
London.
reserve, the infection discard pile, and the player discard pile may be looked at by players at any time.
So that's 1. 2,
But you can't look at the actual face down
Three.
decks.
4.
Okay.
Useful. Produce supplies and rationed events. Team Bravo, take up to 2 supply cubes from the stockpile and put them onto any locations. Play any time, not in action. Do you
Should
want
we
me to
play
put them
that
now?
and
You
put
should
them on
play
Jacksonville?
one on Jacksonville.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea. I mean, why not? Unless there's a definite reason not to. I don't see why it hurts
Before you
us.
draw, I think that's a great idea.
Alright, so we're going to do that. I'm going to put 1 on Jacksonville for sure.
Right, and then
Everyone else has 1, so it doesn't super matter.
you should put it on one of the spots where we have a person with a single cube.
Yeah, so Istanbul, Cairo, or Sao Paulo.
Right. And
How many
I
of these are
I
on
wouldn't
the
do
discard?
Cairo because one of them's out,
Ah, yep.
and I
Yep.
think only 2 of them have come out so far, if I remember.
How many
Right.
Istanbuls are in there?
I think only one Istanbul in there.
1, okay.
Right,
So it's the same chances.
potentially.
There's Brown,
Yes.
Steve.
1.
Yeah, I'm
I'll put on Steve because Steve already has a scar.
Yeah. Okay. Flip 3. Let's do this.
New York. Sao Paulo.
Oof.
Lagos.
Oof.
Wow, man.
But in one respect, that was great because
Yeah.
that would have been awful to
Yeah.
push us that far down suddenly. That would have been real bad. That'd have been real bad.
I guess
Okay.
I guess that was the right choice to put one on each.
We've done it, my friends. Somehow we've done it. Okay, so okay, so I have one. So if I go 1, 2 to pull you into there. And then I have 2 more. And technically I can go where I want. So I could do. So I'm gonna just so I could go here, drop 1, use my New York to get to New York as my 3rd, and then pull Matt to New York. So that all you have to do is get to New York in order to get a 3rd blue.
No, because Matt doesn't have New York.
Oh, that's right. To get to Washington, that's right.
Yeah.
And I don't have enough moves to get there. Is the problem.
Okay.
Yep.
If you take
Where
one,
did you put this from?
It's off mine.
if you take one off Istanbul, you can put one on Sao Paulo and Lagos.
How would you do that?
You would pick one up for free. You would move to me. You would drop it. Move, and then drop one on Lagos.
Mm-hmm.
It's a way to keep it safe.
Hold on.
How many epidemics are in there? 4?
Hey, Cartesius, thanks
5.
for subbing, man.
Appreciate you.
Yes, thank you.
I don't know
Yeah,
why it
yeah,
didn't
that's
pop up,
awesome. That's awesome.
Probably because OBS has crashed or is being crappy.
Probably.
We've been having issues with OBS tonight.
Yes.
Twitch tonight /OBS. Our stream has been very in and out. It is storming here in Michigan.
Yeah, major storms.
We forgot to hit record also, so there won't be a full footage of this one,
Okay.
sadly.
I'm gonna turn in Jacksonville.
Okay.
I'm gonna Jacksonville.
Do it to it,
It's
Steve.
1. 2. You're blue, right? 3, 4.
Okay.
Cool. Oh.
2.
Would I have to get rid of this?
You have to get rid of
Yep.
something now. Your choice. Could be anything, but Washington and Sao Paulo. So that's good. And flip over 3 of those, please.
Tripoli. Jacksonville. London.
Lucky.
Hey. Notice, there's no dice rolling. So I have yet to roll a 1 and destroy my character or anybody else's.
Right.
My turn?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
You're blue for. Okay.
Yeah. I guess 1 there. 2 to recon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So recon with 3, discard from the supply center. Here to open package 1. So
Add this card
yep.
to,
Yeah,
you
so-
complete it.
So we're going to put that on there, and we get to open package number 1. So you get to open package number 1.
Yay!
We get to open something.
Woot woot!
All right, Josh. You got it. So there's package number 1.
Do it in the camera, Josh.
I didn't want to pull it out.
Yeah,
And
in
was
case there was
another
something
stuff
underneath the wall.
Yes. So there's a bunch of stuff in here, a bunch of cards. Butt ton of cards.
Nice.
Put that back.
Nice.
We have recon report cards. Do I pull these out and do we read them now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
You do all that right away.
Keep them in that order.
In this ordering?
Yep.
This package includes 20 cards and 1 sticker card. Recon report is started here in North America after Coda. There was chaos. Then the plague hit. The world could not handle back-to-back pandemics. We need to reconnect our supply lines. We need to be on the lookout for any sign of other havens. We need to find more supplies. Perhaps our leaders went here. Too many questions. Right now, open the following doors if you have not done so already.
Okay.
66.
Maybe
Hold on.
wait for him to get him out.
Yep.
Hey, Paul, what's up? Paul says, what a nice package. He's not talking about
Whoa,
what you just...
whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa!
He's not
I
talking
didn't
about
realize
what you
had
just
those
opened,
those other
Josh.
things gone.
I know, Paul. I know.
61,
66?
66. All right. Okay.
And then I'll continue. Ooh, I'm liking this.
Ooh, it's a map.
All right.
It's a map. It's a map. It's a map. It's a map. It's a map.
So so there, something along that line. There we go.
Shouldn't they line up? The
Yes, they line
yeah,
up
there you go.
perfectly.
Yep, I
The
did see
3
that.
over top of the 3.
Yeah, and that goes down there a little bit.
Does it stick to the board?
No, I don't think so.
Yes, it looks like a sticker.
Yeah, it should be a sticker.
Oh yeah, I see there. Okay, I see. I didn't realize that part pulled off. Got it.
Oh man, Steve, no pressure.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Yep.
Steve, are you feeling pressure? I'm feeling pressure.
No.
Oh my God! Don't make sure
Maybe
you
you
line
should
up
start
both
from
sets
the
of
other
lines.
way. Start from the other way.
Steve, it's
Josh,
your game. You do it how you want it.
this is a legacy game. Let Steve do as he pleases.
Okay. There's more to open, but
Hey, baby steps, baby. Baby steps.
exciting.
That was
Nah,
pretty.
your big ol' head's in the camera. He told you he was gonna happen. You need,
Paul said, "Sticker."
need to figure something out how to fix that.
Make Matt's head smaller.
Yes. I
Problem
agree.
solved.
Look how pristine that is. Josh wouldn't have done nearly
If
that
Matt
good.
shaved his head, it would not be in camera as much.
Joe's in camera too, though.
But that's just because I'm excited about the sticker.
Okay.
I am
Jay?
normally not in camera.
Shit.
Jay's at home right now.
Just you gotta just slightly.
I will. Oh, there you go. What's it say? Establish supply line.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Add this sticker to the manual. Okay, so establish supply line. Spend 2 supply cubes from your character card to draw a supply line from the center of your city to the center of another city. Use a pen or marker. The line must be straight and cannot cross water, unexplored areas, another city, or another supply line. When you connect a city to the grid with a supply line, take the matching city card or cards from the reserve and put them into the player discard pile. Take the matching infection cards and put them into the game end area. You cannot do the sail action or charter boat action along a supply line. Okay, what's next?
23.
23. All right.
So it's best of us to try and do as many of those as possible now, right?
So this is
What?
this is us adding this new action. So if you want to add that new
Make a
action to
supply
your
line?
action
Why?
cards,
Because the next game we'll have more cities that can get.
And more cities you have to protect.
yeah, more
Well, more cities to protect, but
split
more-
their
less-
supplies out amongst more cities, but then and more cities that could possibly get infected or whatever else.
L.
L. Yep. L.
Can you add mine too, Joe?
Sure.
Search. Scratch off 1 box on a city card in your hand and read its instructions. Keep the card in your hand. You must be in the city matching the card you scratch off to do this action. If you reveal a companion, their power works for this and future games. Otherwise, do the effect shown by the search immediately. It has no further effect on this or any future card or future game.
Some of the city cards that we get have scratch offs on them.
Ah.
Okay.
39.
39. How's it been going, Paul? How's your summer going? How's
How's your post-origin summer going?
Yeah, there you go.
There's our search action. Go ahead.
You have connected a new city. Chicago. Chicago.
Okay.
Add the player cards from Chicago to the player discard pile.
Okay.
I'm assuming
Just flip them over. Yeah, flip those over.
Chicago.
Okay. So those go into the discard pile for the players.
Add the infection card for Chicago to the game end
That's not the
area.
infection card. Those are those.
Oh, here's more Chicago's. These are
Yep,
infection
that's
cards.
the infection ones that we was talking about.
Okay.
Is there another one? What's the rest? What's the
Put the
other ones?
other player
Flip
and
those over. There might be more than two.
We might need tape too. I had the same issue. Where
I'm
they
just-
all stay.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm just making sure because there could have been more than two.
Yep. Put the other player and infection card included in this package into the reserve.
Okay.
So that's probably that and that.
Probably.
Finally, get the decontamination kit. Unrationed event card to a player to add to their hand.
That's that one.
Oh, cool.
Okay. And then you just
Wow.
need scars to add.
Cool.
So we can remove cubes. hopefully.
Unrationed event. Remove all plague cubes from one location on the grid. Destroy this card after use. Play at any time, non-action.
It is so worth doing, but let's wait.
Oh my word. Paul says it's going good. Is it going good or is it going good?
And then that goes away, sir.
Okay.
So what's the black line? What's up with supply cube?
So this is so essentially what this is right here is this is a supply line. So this connects it to the rest of our stuff, but it's not a sea route. Okay.
So it's a land route.
Right. So it's a land route, and
Drive.
the point is that one of our new things that we can do is make more land routes to
Yep.
connect these other cities.
That's why you
but they
said we
can't
need a
crisscross.
ruler.
Right. Yeah. Or, at
Or
least it helps.
we were gonna just use.
So, for
your
instance,
box.
like if you went from Chicago to Mexico City, you can no longer go from Atlanta to Denver because there's a line here.
Supply lines can't cross.
Ah.
Right.
So it is important how we build them.
So you should probably make a triangle between those.
Whatever we think's best. Or, oh, I really want to get down quicker. It depends, you know? It's trade-offs to everything.
Gotcha. And how do you make those again?
You just have to have that city, I believe, or two of that
Spend
city.
2 supply cubes to draw a straight line from the center of your city to the center of another city.
Oh well, that's not bad.
Oh, search was the one. Scratch off. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure how many. I think I took one action to move. Second action was to do that. I have
Yep.
2 actions left.
Did Chicago get added to the plague or not yet?
No, it got under the game end.
Okay.
Same with the.
So we don't have to worry about protecting it.
No.
Correct. I
Still
really,
think it's a good idea to add as many as possible. 'Cause
really
that
don't.
dilutes that deck. But that's just me.
True. What should I do for my last 2 actions?
Take Steve's and put it on Jacksonville.
Ooh, I can take Steve's for free,
What lets you do that?
and I can move
His
my
ability.
power.
His job.
My job. J.O.B.
It also allows him to give, so realistically he should be holding on to them as well.
Gotcha.
Sadly, there's not a bunch on the board, so.
Or as you've gotten them, you've had to put them back right back down. One or
Okay,
two.
draw my 2.
Paul says June went by too fast. It was just good. It hasn't reached good status
You
yet.
ready for my 2?
Yep. Epidemic.
Epidemic.
Double epidemic.
Double up now.
Okay.
Produce supplies for an action. Do one of the 5.
Paul, have you played this?
So first thing we do is increase this.
Yep.
Yep.
Lagos.
Oh, jeez. There's none there, so none get removed. No, that was to remove them.
What?
Oh,
He
it's the
drew
first
Lagos
act,
from the
right.
bottom to because he drew an
Right, and
epidemic.
it specifically says if they don't have anything, they don't outbreak. It specifically says that when you do the epidemic.
Yeah.
And when you look it over in there. In the rules, it does, even if it doesn't say that.
This sucks. I could have had a scar for like 3 rounds now.
But you haven't.
I know.
Be happy.
Don't worry, be happy.
Howdy, everyone that's out there.
System-wide production at a haven or supply center. Fill all havens.
Don't be afraid to chat.
Those
Drop
are
us a
nice.
line. Let us know how terrible we're doing.
Probably. I should have.
Oh, my head's like definitely in the way, just there, man.
Whoa!
Got Tipsy Steve.
Oh, it did
Well,
get
the
moved.
problem,
You
yeah,
need to move it towards me a little bit
Why is Steven moving things?
because the way this
towards
thing
Matt. I
is
mean,
set
not me.
toward Matt,
Yeah.
I'm assuming he backed into it.
I bump it a little bit because of the way this chair rolls. Like
Yeah.
if I'm trying to like be close enough to actually interact with things, and when I do, I hit it sometimes. It's a shame that it can't be a little further back and then still have the proper focus you want.
Well, this
And maybe
one,
that's something
This
that-
one can. I
Right,
think.
right. So my point is if this could be closer to the board game wall, then that would give me the ability to not hit it every third time.
Right.
We could mount this one from the ceiling. It's about lined up with that rafter.
Yeah, we'll see.
Takes time and money.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I got a 2x4.
Yay. Come on over.
I'll get a little C-clamp so to put in your holes.
There we go.
Lagos.
Okay, infected or plagued. Fantastic.
Lagos. Nope, Sao Paulo.
Son of a bitch.
Paul says no, I haven't played it,
So
but
that's
I watched the
2 on
Dice
that.
Tower playthrough.
Cairo.
Oi.
Man, I drew about as bad as it could get.
You were not as awesome as it could be.
What can you read your card? Is it 2 from any different cities or?
It's all from a single
Remove
city.
all plagues cubes from one location on the grid.
Okay.
So what do they do? We need less of these because something about this. Or it moves a number at the beginning or something.
The more cities we have, the more things we can buy at the end.
No. What do these do? They
That
remove-
lowers the population.
Yeah.
Okay. My
It's
turn.
probably going to be worthwhile if nothing else happens. It'll probably be worthwhile using that near the end to get rid of the 2 cubes that are on Tripoli, just so that there are fewer of those. But whatever. Yeah, and that was your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Steve. Where am I at here? I'm way up here. Oi. I go 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. For my third action, I'm going to use this system-wide production and put max cubes out at every haven and supply center.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Because then we're out there resupplied again, since I can't save mad anyways.
Yeah, you can.
How?
Steve will just have to move you out. Those 2.
I can't get rid of it.
You can't get rid of the cube, and the cube's what keeps you from having the scar.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I'm going
I
to go
guess it doesn't
here, and I'm going to drop my 3, and hope that Steve will move me on his turn out. Otherwise, I'll take a scar. I don't care.
Wait. What did you do again?
So my third movement...
Wait, what did you do now?
Oh,
Where
that
were you at
way...
to start?
Shoot. I can't do that, can I?
No, I don't think you
No, I can't. Okay.
Because he's only got
'Cause
one
I-
action
yeah.
left right now.
Yep.
Because one of his actions was doing the
Yep.
produce supplies thing.
Yep. Shoop dooba doop. Maybe I could wait till next turn to do that.
Do what you did.
To do this produce supplies.
We all, the 3 of us have one.
Do we? Okay. Then I'll just wait. I'll just pick them up. And it was real empty. So that was 1, 2, 3.
And then jump there is 4.
Yeah, and dump there's 4. What?
Nothing. I don't know how I'm gonna. Okay, I guess I'm gonna be moving you one way or the other, and hoping that nobody else gets any.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Flip your 2.
Cairo and Lagos. Alright, Josh. We need to go to Lagos
Yeah.
together. I'm on Lagos.
Yeah, you
Ooh.
are.
And we only need one more supply thing, and we actually are done, and we win the game. So,
Yep.
but I'm assuming just 1 second. I'm assuming, Matt, just from general purpose, it would behoove us, if possible, to have as many cubes and as many cities like out of the supply, rather than being in the stockpile.
Nope.
I don't think it matters.
Okay. All right.
I was going to say, no getting info. We're supposed to go on this blind.
Yep.
Well,
Lagos.
we know what the game
Going
end
like a
situations are because it
wrecking
says it right
ball.
on the board. That's what I was saying.
Jacksonville,
Jacksonville and
London.
London. Oof.
Getting empty out there. We're taking too long. We were almost out of cards as well, which I think is another end game.
Well, I can tell you, yeah, that is, and I will say this, this right here.
What do you got, Matt?
If we end the game with
Matt had to check.
if we end the game with any city that doesn't have any population in it, then but that's actually if we had enough plague cubes to reduce the population, right? Is that the way that works?
So like, Tripoli will lose 2.
Too popular, right? So if it somehow it had a third plague cube in it, it would be super bad for it. Okay, all right. I just want to make sure.
And like, well, I won't say anymore.
No, that's fine. I mean, I just want to general. I just because this is this is potentially possible. We don't want that to happen if we can help it. I would imagine. All right. So
I can protect Josh and put 1 more on Sao Paulo. I guess that's probably the best thing to do. Yeah. Be 1, 2, 3. All 1. No, I can't do both.
Nope.
Can I take multiple cards from you, Joe?
Mm-hmm.
What's your thing say though? What's your power say?
You can only, it's one per action.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Is it? Where did your job?
Yeah, what's your job actually say?
Mine's supply.
He doesn't do anything with cards. That's
No.
the other. That's the guy we didn't take. The
Oh, I thought, I thought you were talking about cubes. Okay.
No, he's talking about taking Lagos from me.
We know what we were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can take more than one, but each one you take is a
Yeah.
action.
I only need one. I'm just saying I'm trying to end the game without us getting another epidemic and dying.
Do you have 2 logos?
Yes.
Actually, if Steve can move you there on his turn,
Yeah, I can. I
the
can
Lagos.
move- yeah.
Well,
No,
then
you don't want to do that.
You start your turn though there.
He can sail there, he can trade, and then he...
I can move there.
Oh, he
1,
doesn't want to
2,
sail there.
grab one, and
No.
then turn in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then that's end game.
Cool. Okay.
We just have to survive
Yeah.
to that point.
I can't put one. Well, I could put one on Cairo. Well, I can't. Yeah, I could put one on Cairo. Do you guys want Cairo or Sao Paulo or Jacksonville? I can only do one.
Yes.
Probably Jacksonville, since somebody's already there, would be a good idea. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know that it's necessarily the most likely thing to come up, but it has been a hot second since we've had something, so...
I'm least worried about Cairo.
Okay, I'll do Jacksonville. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3.
Okay.
New York. London.
Flip those 3.
Sure.
Lagos,
Okay. Just I'm fine. Fine.
Sao Paulo,
That's not good.
Nope.
But it's fine.
Istanbul,
That's good. That's fine.
It's fine as well.
That's it, right?
Mm-hmm. So you don't have to move me. You shouldn't move me, actually. Because Josh is going to end the game on his turn.
potentially. We have to make it through Steven's turn.
Right.
Well, then the question becomes, is it worth my while to... well, let me see here. Hold on a second.
I mean, really, there's 2 Lagos in here. 3 Lagos in here. So if we get an epidemic, Lagos is getting screwed.
Mm-hmm. How many epidemics were in the game?
5. We've only had 4.
Only. Oh man, it's not. Like, my head is in view just trying to play the game. Sorry.
Sid, his head's in view when he's just trying to play right now.
It's not really an easy fix for it, sadly.
Break Met's head off.
Even if you mount it, it's gonna have to be around that same height, so it's not gonna really make a difference.
Right. Well, I think if we mount it right here.
Then I can't hit it with my head.
Then it would.
Yeah, then you just have to watch your head.
True.
So I guess the question becomes...
You can do that by doing just a flat board across and then coming off the flat board, or do a T and then come down off the T. Because then you don't have to
The
worry.
question is, which city do you put on?
You don't have to worry about these.
Well,
what I'm saying
I
is
could
you
go-
do want to cross
I
it,
could
and
take
then
the
you come
2
off
that are on
one.
New York and put them onto Sao Paulo
what I mean?
very easily.
Mm-hmm.
You just get like a 1 by 1.
I wouldn't take both.
Well, the only reason
Yeah.
why I don't know that there's another New York coming
I
soon
don't know
because
if the
we've
cords
hardly
will reach
moved anything off of New
up and
York.
down,
Like
though.
I don't think we've actually
get
gotten a
more
New York
extenders.
card yet,
Or
and we're
one
still in the
longer.
upper percentage of the deck, like in that percentage that we've churned through several times. Can you guys remember any time where we've taken one off of New York? I understand there's less
It's
than
been
3,
a long time.
if we even have, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's been a minute.
Someone may have grabbed one
Is
and
there a
walked
New
away
York
with
in
it.
there right now?
I don't think
think
so.
No. There's 2 Sao Paulos, 3 Lagos, a Cairo.
It just depends on if you think you're going to get an
Jacksonville,
epidemic in the
Istanbul.
2 cards you draw.
All right.
3 cards. Well, 4 if he gets an epidemic.
Well, the 2 cards he draws, I mean.
Oh.
Because otherwise, New York is more likely than Sao Paulo.
Right.
No, if I get the epidemic,
Then Sao
Paulo
Paulo.
is
Yeah,
way
if you
more
don't,
likely.
New York is more likely.
right. Well, I'm just looking at it like if we can get something, getting anything to Sao Paulo is worthwhile to keep from to make sure other stuff isn't. So, but if I'm not going to take them both, I could just fly, drop, move. You know what I mean? Like I don't necessarily have to, like take anything off of New York at that point.
If Sao Paulo gets hit, Josh could play that card too, to remove 3 cubes from it. But then that card's gone for the rest of the game.
We're going to use that regardless on Tripoli or Sao Paulo.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna want
why?
to because
Use
if
it.
we're gonna be
Why? If it's only 2, it's not.
that reduces the population of those by 2, so they max of 1
Plus,
population.
then you're banking on getting it back in our hands.
True. Well, we're eventually going to get it. We're going through this entire
Two's
deck.
pretty bad.
I mean, the cities are only 3, so 2 sounds bad.
Then do they break out with only 1 cube on them then?
No, well, if we end with one where there's no population, then
Right.
we'd end up doing that.
I'm just saying, do they break out if they only have when they meet when you go over their population limit?
I don't know the
Or is
breakout rules.
Oh, okay.
I've never had that happen.
like normally it's 3. I don't think that's what changes. I'm pretty sure that what ends up changing is when you have something that's not, then bad shit
If
starts
there was
happening.
ever an outbreak, you would lose the game.
Well, not exactly.
Most of the time.
Yeah, it's a little bit tricky on that actually, but okay. So I guess I'll take 1 off of there
I wonder if these are actual actions.
They are.
Are they?
It says right at the
For
top 4 in
free.
action.
I'll drop off Sao Paulo to go there as my 1 action. I will pull a cube as another, so that's 2. 3 to do those 2, and just in case I'm gonna move off.
Okay.
That's my 4. I picked up 1 off of there for free. 2 to move. 3 to grab 1 more to my board.
And 4 to drop.
Oh yeah, and 4 to drop. That's true. Well, I guess I'll produce 1 less then.
Okay.
'Cause-
I would put 2 and stay there because Josh is going to end the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna end the game either way.
Steve dies.
Wait, what? Why did you do it that way?
Because that was the option.
No,
No,
you made one last
You
time.
made one. So put it back up on New York. Just throw 1 on New York.
No, yeah.
Oh,
I didn't,
yeah.
I didn't grab. No, there should have only been 1.
You grabbed the 1 from New York.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, you're good.
I got 2 produce supplies things.
Good.
So
Perfect.
pull
I
up
don't-
3.
Go
See
on,
what I
Jim.
mean? They burn the deck up a lot. There's a fair amount of them.
Tripoli. Washington.
Epidemic.
London.
London's infected.
Oof.
That's...
Alright, Josh.
Part of the game, Matt.
It's fine.
1, 2.
Okay, hold on. Yeah,
3.
3, and then do that first.
You guys ready? Which place do we want to save?
None.
You're out of your mind.
If it gets to 1, it doesn't matter. If it gets to 0, it matters. Unless
I vote we
an
use it.
outbreak occurs when it goes over the amount of the population limit for that city.
Yeah, but you got to think in the future, if only 1 gets on there, and there's 2 on another city, we're going to use this just to remove that 1? Or it's going to go down to 0?
Because at this point, we have no other way to remove the thing except that 1 card, the plague cubes.
You know what I mean? Like, if there's 1 on it in the future, or, 1 on it in the future and 3 over here, we're going to have to,
Okay. Yeah.
I vote we use it.
I vote
Matt,
we use it. Yeah.
Steve, you're the tiebreaker.
Okay, so here's the thing. According to what it says here, and there's no space to add a rule sticker in. If any connecting location already has 3 plague cubes, do not place a 4th plague cube. Instead, in each of them, chain reaction outbreak occurs. When a chain reaction occurs, remove supply cubes or place remove supply cubes or place plague cubes as above, except do not add a plague
yeah.
cube to locations that already have had an outbreak. So you actually could end up removing supply cubes, so that could still be fairly bad. It really just kind of depends on that. And not knowing how the game ends, like the end of game stuff goes, since like I kind of glanced at it, but I didn't look at it that carefully. We would have learned that by doing the prologue thing. That was the part of the whole prologue, is to understand how the game ends stuff is as well.
Yes or no?
So I think we may as well use it, because we don't remove it from the game. Is it removed?
It's
from the
ripped
game?
up.
Destroy this card.
Oh, destroy the card.
Yeah,
after you
that's
use
why I was saying, but that's fine. Use it. I vote Sao Paulo though, not Tripoli, because Sao Paulo's way out there.
Yeah, I say
Far
so.
away from everything.
it. Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Go for it.
Go for it.
All right.
Destroyed.
All right.
Turn in my 5.
The other thing to note, and I was considering Lagos for this reason, when we do the research station, this is only going to have 2 instead of 3.
I'm assuming we have to finish Josh's turn. It doesn't
Yeah.
end immediately.
Yeah.
So we could still lose or die or whatever.
But it's not immediate?
I'm almost
No,
curious. I think we
in
played that
in
wrong
almost all cases. You can,
in season 1. I'm pretty sure you have to end them.
No, we did it right after at least one, because I
Yeah.
know we definitely did a thing.
Well, I didn't pull an epidemic, so
Woohoo!
Okay.
We got lucky there then, because there's
Hold
only
on 1 second.
3 cards left. Wow. Eat that card. Eat that card. Come on,
Oh, no.
Josh.
In this, it says you win as soon as you complete the necessary number of objectives, which must include all mandatory objectives. The game ends immediately. Even if it is in the middle of a player's turn
Okay.
or a series of outbreaks, you cannot finish out your turn after you win or lose, even if you would like to.
Da, da, da,
Okay.
da, 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 da.
All right, so
We win.
win or lose, first return all city and infection cards in players' hands and discard piles to their respective decks. So, do that first.
Suck it, Pandemic Legacy Season 2.
Then there's a series of game end steps that must be followed at the end of each game to see how the just played game changed the world, your characters, and the grid. Game end steps are covered in detail on the last page of the manual. So, okay. So, so adjust population. Rule sticker 5 sticker V will give you a step A, but skip it for now. B, for each location that has at least 1 plague cube, decrease that city's population by 1, which I believe...
We need a 2, a 2, and a 1.
Yep. So, hold on 1 second. There you go, Joe.
Okay.
Give me a 2.
Can we trust you with the sticker?
Probably not. I'll put it upside down.
So 2 struggling cities and 1 falling city.
But
So that means now
But
the max
if
cubes can only be 2.
any
right?
place that's
Yeah.
also got a supply line, hold on then. Because any place that has a supply center, increase that city's population by 1.
If it has a plague?
It's first you do these in order. It says for each location that has at least 1 plague cube,
that's right, so it
decrease the
equals
city
out.
the location's
Yeah.
population by 1.
So,
It only ever goes down by 1, even if there are 2 or 3 plague cubes on it.
nice.
So it actually only goes down by 1. So we already did 1 not quite right.
2 wrong.
Yep.
Perfect.
Right. So this one actually is
you know-
supposed to be a 2.
Yep.
Why? Oh,
It only goes
Right.
down by 1.
Right.
You know,
And the other one goes. So that 2 actually can go
Yeah.
over this 1 because
can you
that was
pull the
always
1
supposed to
off
go
to
down 1.
save it or no?
And then can you give me 2 fourths?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, this one would equal out.
Right. Right.
But the other 2 will become 4s.
Yeah. Four.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
There are a lot of stickers here, so I don't
Yep.
know if we need to worry about saving them or not. But
I plan on us doing well enough. We don't.
Or worse enough that we don't.
Yeah.
Another
And
4.
it says if a city's population would decrease and increase by 1, its population stays the same. So actually, to some extent, that actually made really good sense to take the one with 2 off because in a sense that's just out of the way. We don't have to worry about it right this minute. So
Yeah.
it's not awful. It's
Wasn't
not
that
great.
big-
It's
it
not
wasn't as
awful.
big of a deal as we thought it
No,
was. Yeah.
no, in one sense, but on the other side, we're okay.
Now-
All right,
Well, I mean, that made sense for taking it off of there.
right.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
it
now,
wouldn't have been as bad, but
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I misremembered.
it's still
So you get for cheating, Matt.
pretty bad.
Well, it's not cheating. We would have learned about it in the prologue.
Yeah.
all right. So then,
Cheater.
check the legacy deck. There may be instructed cards. So it says, draw this card and read the other side during step 2 at the end of your first game in January. New ration event cards follow. Keep these cards in the reserve. These add to the pool of ration event cards you can select from at the beginning of each game. So we'll have data transfer. 2 players anywhere on the board can swap 1 player card from their hands. We'll have dispersal. Move 3 supply cubes from 1 haven into 1 or more locations on the grid. That's actually pretty good because it go anywhere on the grid. Ration event. Drastic measures. Remove up to 2 plague cubes from the grid. And that one is not a destroy.
Nice.
So that one's good. And then extended forecast. Draw, look at, and rearrange the top 8 cards of the infection deck. Put them back on top of the infection deck in whatever order. So that's good.
Oh, is this like season 1 where you have to choose which one of those go in?
No. What'll happen is at the start of the next round, okay, you know how we had we'll have an amount of rationing available.
Right.
And what'll happen is that's actually going to go down by 2 because we succeeded. So we'll get to pick 2 of all of the ration event cards that are
actually
available.
get shuffled into the
to
deck.
get
Okay.
shuffled in.
What's this +1 if you won the game?
So we would normally get, I think, 3 because the cities we have, so we get 4.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We haven't
Yeah.
gotten that
Nice.
far into the
Cool.
thing. Yep. Okay. No, that's set up for the 1st in February, so that's not going to be part of it. So that'll go with those.
Yep.
All right. Resolve cards in the game end area. So, turning point 1, Forsaken Cities. Is there any city that has no population?
No.
No. Okay. So we don't do that, and the rest of these just now go into the deck because those are
That's good to remember. So really, if these could play cubes, it's not as big of a deal.
right. Right.
Well,
yeah,
single-
for the spots that
Single or double?
doesn't matter because
Oh,
no matter
okay.
how many come off, they equal out. So it's
Right.
actually a strategy that if something has the plague, if we can somehow put a supply there, it would actually equal itself out, and we wouldn't really lose anything. That's a
Right.
potential way of.
That
So
makes sense.
these places that
We
are
have
lower, that's actually a very very possible thing. Okay. Then resolve card. Okay, so if there are any infection cards in this area, add them to the infection deck. Review all turning point cards in the game end area to see if they triggered. Resolve these cards in numerical order from low to high. So there aren't any of those.
Right.
There is one, but that didn't happen. And then spend production units. Win or lose, you choose upgrades at the end of each game based on the number of cities on the grid. Calculate the number of cities on the grid and look at the table in the game end area to see how many units you get to spend. You get an additional +1 unit if you won the game. Any unused units are lost. Do not carry them over from game to game. So it's only what's on the grid. So that would include Chicago because it's got the dark line, but none of the rest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right?
Yep.
Then, so
11.
10 plus 1, 11. So we have 11 points.
No, we
we
get
have
4
Or,
points.
or 4 points, I'm sorry. Yeah. So spend the cost. Okay, so then we get the opportunity of character abilities and a bunch of other stuff. Hold
So I'm
sleeves.
assuming that means each of us gets 1, or...
No. Some of these cost 3 points.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you got them over there. All right,
Yeah.
that's right.
There's
Okay.
also city improvements we can add.
Right, so character
Which are
abilities.
actually one to
Spend the
increase
cost next to
population.
an ability to add it to a created character, even one who did not play in the most recent game. Use any empty
Oh.
slot on the character card. You cannot place an ability over a scar, a job, or another ability. So if the thing already has a job, a scar, or another ability, you can't put it out onto that for your character.
But you have 4 spots open, so you can put you can have 2 jobs or no?
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
You don't have a bunch
it
of
doesn't say
scars.
that there's a limit. Yeah, it doesn't say that there's a limit on
I'm
that.
assuming if you have too many jobs, you can put a scar over top of a job.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure one that part of the scar thing is that
If there's no room, use something else.
yeah, it can be an empty slot or a slot with a job or character ability for scars. That can be that way. And I don't think there was anything that said that there was a limit on jobs, but let me double check.
That's amazing.
Are any of them pretty cheap?
There's a bunch of one-cost ones.
Lockdown's amazing for one.
If this card is in the infection discard pile, so up here, any player may discard a player card to destroy this card at any time.
Player card?
So one of these ones.
Wow.
So once it's in the infection discard pile, anyone can discard one of these cards to rip it up, and it's out of the game forever.
Wow.
And there's 2 of those lockdowns.
I'm assuming they go away though because it's on this card.
Okay, so there's that. There's city card improvements.
Yep.
Spend the cost next to a city improvement sticker to add it to a city card with an available slot.
Yep.
So only the ones that actually have an available slot.
Yep.
Which
That
is only
city.
Chicago right now.
That's
No,
no.
they all do in the
It's over
middle.
there. It's
Yep.
player cards. That city must be connected to the grid, and each slot can only have 1 sticker. So it is important that it has to be connected to the grid.
So those cards are foundations. This card counts as 2 cards of its color for the build supply center action. That's all. And then there's infrastructure, which costs 2. It says this card counts as 3 cards for its color for the build supply center action.
That's pretty nice.
That's really nice.
Infection card improvements.
Yep.
Okay. Spend the cost next to an infection card. Add it to the infection card with an available slot. That city must be connected to the grid, and each slot can only have 1 sticker. Infection improvements are in effect during game setup, the infect step during an epidemic, and the infect step at the end of every player turn.
Wow.
So all 3 of those points would those come into effect.
So the lockdown one's already read. That's where if it's in the discard pile, any of us can discard a player card to destroy it.
There's 2
so
of
it's
those
out of the
that
game
cost
forever.
1 each.
And then there's 2 of them called well stocked that also cost 1 each. It says if there are 2 or more supply cubes in the city when this card is drawn, do not remove any supply cubes.
Oh.
So if the city's at 2 or more,
Well stocked, then you can actually keep it.
We could
Yeah.
do those 3 on 1 city and then never worry about it again.
Well, I think there's
right.
limits though. It has to have that many slots.
So you
no,
can go-
Oh, you
like
mean
like
between
Cairo,
each
Cairo,
one.
Cairo,
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Though that might be putting a lot of eggs into a single basket.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. Then there's population ones. Spend 1 production unit to increase the population of any non-forsaken location by 1.
yeah.
If the location is a forsaken
So
city,
ripping out that card now.
wait,
is
wait,
kind of,
if the location is a forsaken city, then increasing it back to 1 costs 2 production points. So you could actually still even get something back that had been knocked down to 0 at that point. Take the
I see
sticker
that
and place
here,
it over the location's current population. You can spend multiple production units to increase the population by more than 1. If you do so, apply the final population sticker to the location. Do not place all stickers in between, blah, blah, blah. If you ever run out of population stickers, record the population near the city with a pen or pencil, but remember the population cannot go above 8. If you won the game, start your next game at the beginning of the next month. Your rationing level is dropped by 2 to a minimum of 0. So we would only get 2 of the 4 cards that are ration events. We can potentially get unrationed events, and those are always added in outside of the ration events.
that we ripped up.
Record your new rationing level on the calendar, which I will do. If you lost the game, if this is the first time in the month, blah 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 blah. There's a bunch of stuff. So we need to spend our 4 points.
Yes.
So
there's a couple of jobs that we can take. There's Runner as an action, discard a city card while in a haven or supply center to move to any location on the grid. There's Record Keeper, which is increase your hand limit by 1 card. Those ones cost 1 each. Then there's Broker, which costs 2 as an action, discard a city card to take a card of the same color from the player discard pile.
That's pretty useful.
There's also Coordinator as
Pretty
a
useful for you.
yeah. As a free action, move a pawn to your location if it is in an adjacent location. That one costs 2 as well. Then for 3 costs, there's a bunch of them, but I don't know if we want to spend 3 on an upgrade for 1 person right now.
Not right now.
probably not, unless one of them is like insanity. Like
So
level
we
good.
have Helmsman. You may do a free drive ferry action each turn.
It's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. There's Architect. You may do the build supply center action with 1 fewer card.
Good for you.
That would be crazy because then I could use 2 cards or
Yeah.
3 cards instead of 5.
Yeah, that would be pretty crazy.
There's Supplier. Once on your turn, as an action, move a supply cube from the stockpile to a city, matching a card in your hand. Do not discard it. And Courier. When doing the deliver supplies action, you may put supply cubes into one adjacent location instead of your current location.
Oh, it'd be good for
And
him.
Sao Paulo and this place are adjacent, right? Because they have
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and that would be
Those
good
are
for
really
his guy,
good.
too,
That's what we did with the medic in the first one.
Yeah.
Was we had
Clear.
something like this and then that.
yeah, like some crazy thing, and it was pretty powerful.
I don't think it's worth that right now. I think
So-
the one cost ones that benefit everyone are worthwhile.
Yeah, I think it would be nice to do a combination of like either like I would say yeah, like one cost to add to some people and maybe put something on one or two, like maybe put something on an infection deck or whatever else. I don't know.
Probably not the ones that rip stuff up yet.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
There's
Right.
going to be obviously we're going to
what's the other
rebuild
one?
the map.
What's the other one that is?
If it has 2 or more supply cubes, when
You
this is
don't
drawn,
need-
do not remove.
And that's only one to do that one, right?
Yep, and there's
That
2
might
of
be
those.
worthwhile if we can figure one.
Should
that
we put on
think
one of
would-
the cities that has like 4 cubes? Because then that start
Or 4 population,
Or 4
you mean.
population. I mean, yeah. Because then
Well, it would be better to put it on one that has a lower population because you don't want that population to be lowered, right?
well, the chances
these
of
don't
that
stay.
taking effect.
Yeah, the supply things don't stay.
That's fine, but
Yeah.
it can still start with 4 cubes.
It
Though.
can start with as many as you want.
Oh,
doesn't
can
control.
it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just in the
with-
future, you can't have it over.
Oh, okay, then yeah, one of the
Yeah.
ones with 2, then it makes sense. Or we can raise it back up to
The
back up to
population and the
3s.
number of supply cubes are mutually exclusive.
Right.
So
It's hard to remember that. It's easy to think you're limited by one.
Josh
to
is
the other.
saying because we're going to add a bunch more to the board, and it's going to be more important to lock down a city like Los Angeles that only has 1 population versus locking down something that has 3 population. If we ever make it to those cities, I guess. But
Well, I'm assuming this map.
We'll
will
probably I mean I'm sure that we're going to add more in, and the thing is we can eventually get there, but at this point I don't know that it's important to get there because they don't actually become part of the grid and are not affected by anything until we add them to the grid.
So I'm assuming once we do this, you're going to get a sticker that lays over
Yeah,
top of it.
probably.
When we do this,
Yep.
you get a sticker that lays
No,
over top
I would
of it.
imagine
we could have almost done that one this game too.
Which is what?
the same thing, but
Another-
for South America.
With South America, yeah.
Yeah, we actually could have done them both if we would have maybe
Yeah,
done
we
one
might have-
more
well,
roll.
we
But
don't-
we
we-
were really close to
There
being
was 3
out of
cards.
cards.
There
There
was
was
3
3
cards
cards.
left after
so we
Josh's
just
turn,
wouldn't have been
so
able to do
yeah.
it, yeah.
Well, I like the well stocked.
Well, stock isn't bad.
But I mean, if you get like, what else are we doing? What player power or what player or what card power are we? Player card power. Are any of the player card powers worthwhile?
Runner's not bad for 1.
Which one's runner? Read it again.
Runner is as an action, discard a city card while in a haven or supply center to move to any location on the grid.
Yeah, that's actually very nice. That would actually be. It's not quite as big of a deal right now because we're fairly close, like in our section, but it wouldn't be bad.
But this early in the game, I would like to grab stuff that helps everybody. I guess not that
These
a player one
foundation
doesn't help
cards are
everyone, but-
awesome.
What are they?
They make the cards count as 2 when you're building a supply center. And I bet a lot of these are going to be build supply centers to win the game.
But yeah, I'm sure for at least a while it's going to be that. We're going to
Yeah.
need
I'm
So
good with doing 3 for black, yellow.
Yeah, 1 on each color.
Yeah.
Okay, which
Okay,
one?
well, okay, hold on.
Hold on.
If we're going to do that, that's fine.
Yep.
What other thing are we doing?
Right.
What other thing are we doing aside from that? That way, we know that it's worth it to do all 3 of those right now. Because my concern is what happens if late in the game we want a specific color to be lesser and we didn't pick that one out of the 3. You know what I mean? Like that would be my only concern, right? Like if we don't, are there 4 foundation cards?
There are.
So we technically can do how many colors?
Yeah, there's only 3 colors right now.
Currently.
Yeah.
And there will likely be more blue first.
Yeah. At this point, it's very likely.
When
that
we
we'll-
draw lines to those, yeah.
but
Or if we
blue
draw
or
lines.
yellow,
Yeah.
because we technically could do those too.
There's 3 blacks, 3 yellows, and now there's 3 blues.
Yep.
How
No,
would
4
we?
blues.
How would we draw lines to those?
You would draw a line to
I
any
know.
one of them, and then from there to the other one as well.
I'm just saying, are we gonna try to make them make sense, or are we gonna cut areas off?
No, we'll see when we get there. There
So
are
I-
more blue cards than yellow and black in the deck.
So I'm good with
Well,
doing
it's
yellow
because
and
we
black for
added
2.
Chicago.
It's more than 2 cards, though, it looks like, isn't it? I think there's more blue locations in general to start
Well,
the
there's
game.
4 total now.
Oh,
There was
Right.
3. It was the same.
Right, and there's at least two per.
yeah. There's only 2 for Chicago.
Right, but the
So
rest
we
is
can never-
3 of all the others.
Uh, 2 Washington.
Well, it's 'cause
3
Chicago
Washington.
starts
4
at-
Washington.
Because Chicago starts at 2.
Oh, there's 4 Washington.
Yeah.
There are 4 of the. What about New York and London? So I bet you there's 4 of each of those.
Yes.
Right. So there's 4 of those and 2 of those. So there is definitely more, but there's not a lot more. But yeah, there is definitely more. So we probably want to do at least one of those on the blue because it kind of makes sense to do one of those.
What city do we want, right? What one makes the most sense? Washington is kind of in the center of that side of the board, right? Of the
Right.
it's in the center of those 4 cities that are, or 3 cities
It's
that are
our
over there.
gateway at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of like Washington.
It's fine. I mean, I have no problem if we want to do one of the Washingtons as one of them.
Do we want to do that?
I mean, I feel like that's not a bad thing.
We can do a blue foundation. Or no, actually, we don't want to do blue. There's more blue cards. It's going to be easier. We want to do black and yellow.
Because we want to go to the places where there's fewer cards possible to pick up. We
Yeah.
now have a higher percentage of blue available.
Yeah, we do.
So we don't want blue if we're only choosing 2 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, if we were going to do the thing where we were going to keep it from going poorly, we might want to pick one of those over it. But I don't think that's... Yeah, I think right now, yellow and black...
So I
are
say
the best.
foundation on black and yellow, and then do 2 of these.
The well-stocked ones.
We'll either well stock or lockdown.
All right. Any specific card? It doesn't really matter, right?
Sao Paulo, because it'll be a gateway, or Lagos.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't matter what card we put it on.
Yeah, because it's just for researching.
Yeah. At this point, it doesn't.
Right.
Okay. Put it on Sao Paulo.
Okay. And then what black city, Josh? What do you think?
I don't know what happens when a city's destroyed, to be clear.
Istanbul.
Istanbul. Okay, so Istanbul for the black one. And then what are the other ones that you want to put on there?
The well stocked, where if you draw the card and there's 2 or more cubes there, you don't remove a cube.
And we have enough to do all those?
We can do 2 of them, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And that
So-
one would be specific to cities.
Yes.
It would make more sense to do one that has 4. It's more likely to come up.
Well, don't they go on these, right?
Yeah.
Are
Right.
those all the same?
The other 3.
There's 3 of each.
Is there 3 of Chicago?
No, there's only 2 of Chicago.
There's only 2 in here for Chicago.
I
There's
think
only...
there was only 2 that were in there as well.
Interesting.
Yes, 2 for Chicago.
And then 3 of everything else, right?
That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Or we consider increasing in population back up?
I mean, that is the other thing. We could spend a unit to do that and do 1.
If they only go down 1, I don't know if that makes sense yet, right?
Right, if they're at 1, it definitely makes sense to do
Yeah,
so.
if it's
Right,
at 1,
right,
stop
right,
it from
right,
becoming a forsaken
right,
city.
right.
But
Or
Like-
if somehow something becomes forsaken and taking
Like
it
if
back
we,
out might be worth
like if we drew a line to Atlanta.
I still...
Yeah,
Atlanta's only 1.
I know
Right.
you don't like lockdown, but I really like lockdown, especially if we destroy a card earlier in the game.
I mean, it has a longer lasting effect. The only
That's
issue with
true,
you know, because it's used more, potentially. Again, I would only say that, and it's fine to do it. I would just say that if we're going to do the lockdown, like I don't think we should do like lockdowns and the thing that reduces the chance that it overflows on the same city.
You
I
could,
agree.
How's that?
You
I
could
agree.
do... Okay, hear me out for
So
a
do
second.
1
You-
and 1?
You could do 2 Chicagos and then never worry about Chicago again.
Yeah, but that's only 1 spot on the board.
That you never have to worry about.
Sure. But that's too less. But there's 2, and it's the least of chance that you're going to have
if
that
you put
drawn.
if you get rid
It
of
means
1
you could
card,
just leave 1 cube on it at all times and it would always be safe.
if you get rid of 1 card for any city, I think you're greatly increasing your odds of that city just being safe.
Yeah.
Because then it's going to be 2 out of 25 cards instead of 3 out of 6, right? So I think if you do it to any city, it's helping it immensely. And
I think 1 and 1, and there's no guarantee that that's the last ones we're going to be able to do that with.
It should
Like-
be 29.
8 times, wasn't there 8 cards
There's
to start with?
9 cities, because we're at 10 now with Chicago.
Oh, I thought there was only 8.
So 9
Okay.
times 3 is 27 plus
So
2.
29 altogether.
Yeah. I was going to say, take 10 times it by 3 minus 1.
Hmm.
I like the idea of 2 lockdowns. I don't care what you guys put them down. Or a lockdown and a well-stocked.
Yeah, lockdowns aren't bad, I guess.
It makes sense, I guess. Do them early.
Do 'em
that way,
early,
you
get
get
'em
the
out
most
of the way.
benefit from them.
Yeah, it's the longest period of time. Again, assuming we
And more
pick the
likely
right
to even
players.
draw
If
them.
they ever come out.
Right.
Well, it becomes if that's the right thing. I mean, again, remember that we had situations where a city became completely effed, and then we just avoided it from that point, and it wouldn't have mattered whether or not we had it in the other game. I know it's a different game. It may not even work like that. So,
Right.
but I'm not against that. So.
I would say
Yeah.
London and Tripoli.
Yeah, I agree.
I was gonna say
gonna
London.
the
I pulled out London right away because London's off by itself.
You good with that, Steve?
Yeah, that's fine.
I guess in the future you could draw a line from London to Istanbul.
Should I put it upside down?
No.
Well, it doesn't matter. The card will be destroyed.
I didn't hear what you said.
In the future you could always draw a line from London to Istanbul
Potentially, yeah,
once there's new land laid.
yeah. We need to label new land, but yeah, it could happen.
And it's not an action either. You just have to discard a player card. It says.
But that can be painful too, because it's discarding the player card. So it's one of the things you're trying to do to get, into the rest of the stuff. You know what I mean?
All right, we have to write stuff on the back.
Yeah,
yeah.
already did.
So, and then I also
15?
need to put this into.
Month, January, player, Matt or Josh.
Those are the only two options, though.
When, yes or no, date, I put 2 July 19, Matt put 0702.
I was like, did I mess up? No, that's right. I was like, it's not 2002. I'm like, wait.
We were successful in our first month.
In America, you do, what is it, day, month, year?
Yeah. Month, day, year.
No, month, day, year.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
like knock
everywhere
it
else
out.
it's day, month, year.
Yeah, in the military, it's day, month, year.
Yeah, and because it makes better sense.
And it's here, it's
return.
your month, day.
That's why I always write the 2nd July.
7,
Everybody hates that I do that. It's just, has become
2.
just a thing. When I'm filling
Good
out
job, team.
paperwork, it's
Yes, we won. Let's wrap it up here. We'll never come back to this.
weird. Okay, done.
We have 100% success rate.
Yep. Game 1.
So the plan now going forward, if you're still hanging around,
Yes,
is
we
we have a monthly schedule where the first Tuesday of every month will be Pandemic Legacy. I'll be updating our
We have the
Twitch
player
page
sheets.
with that information. These ones.
Yeah.
On the second Tuesday, we'll be playing like a random game, whatever we have. Third Tuesday of the month will be Kingdom Death Monster. Fourth Tuesday will be random. If there is a fifth Tuesday, it'll be random as well. And then we'll start back over. First Tuesday of the month being.
And if
Pandemic
there's ever
Legacy.
less than 4 Tuesdays, then we just won't do the second random game.
Then we've entered some sort of weird
Correct.
Time loop.
time loop thing. And
We done fucked up.
yeah, we've done something wrong. But yeah, I guess that's it for us tonight, though. This will be loaded to YouTube, hopefully without all the breaky uppy part.
Breaky uppy parts.
And well, it'll have some, but not as bad, hopefully. So, until next time, though. My name is Joe,
I'm Matt.
I'm Steve.
I'm Josh.
and you've been watching.
The only time this year that there's 5